want to make sure that I am live. Yes, you guys can see me. Can you see me? Can you hear me? The details, always fun details. Welcome, everybody. Just gonna make 1000% sure that you can hear me, and then I'm gonna start the recording. Record to this computer. Thanks, John. Welcome, everyone, to Hash Church, Season 12, Episode 10. The Heady Happenings. I'm going to take a quick shot of, I think it's ginger and turmeric. Oh my God. Any of you that pound ginger and turmeric know exactly what I just went through. My eyes are probably going to water for a little bit. Aaron, how you doing, Aaron? But I would like to mention first, okay, so today we're going to be trying something a little bit differently. It's kind of stressing me out. I'm going to do the show live from my office, but in about 5 minutes, I'm going to bounce out of here and I'm going to drive downtown Vancouver to this venue where this event called Heady Happenings is happening. So I'm going to try and stream. And if streaming doesn't work, i.e. it's too loud for streaming, especially because I'm not like organized. So if any of you are organized and understand how to split microphone and speakers, I think it's just a small tool that you buy that you can plug in and then it goes into the computer. But I'd love for someone to reach out to me and explain it to me because I'm a bit of an idiot. Anyway, I'm not going to do the regular old sponsorship mention today, but I am going to shout my sponsors out. I'd love to start with shouting out the Press Club. Excuse me. So today, actually, I wonder if there's a my background, video and effects. I think there's a way for me, there we go, to be an active speaker in the video. So let's see if that shows up for you guys. I don't know. Oh yeah, look at that, I'm in the corner. All right, so the Press Club have been unbelievable sponsors. I just can't say enough about them. They are awesome. And by the way, Jeffrey, I see you in the chat there, bro. I see you. So today I am going to be bringing all of the bags and spoons and funnels that the Press Club sent me. And as I do little interviews with people at Heady Happenings, with rosin brands and etc., I'm going to give them each a gift from the Press Club. So the Press Club is kind of sponsoring Heady Happenings without even sponsoring Heady Happenings. So thank you to the Press Club. Thank you guys for being such fucking cool guys. I'm not going to read anything about you guys today and the brothers and the this and the that. I've done that enough. I just want to shout out a personal thank you to you guys, not only for your support of Hash Church, but for your support of the community. And the community really appreciates it. You guys are fucking awesome. And I'm just happy to call you guys friends. So yes, thank you as well. So that is the Press Club. If you can support the Press Club, they have these awesome new doubled bags right here. The Press Club 3x6 10-pack. Look at that. Come on now. Now, I don't know what alarm is going off in my thing here, but I have an alarm going off. Maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe I won't. All right, well, I'm going to put my, let's go back on. I don't think they did. There we are. Sorry about that, guys. So shout out to the Press Club. Oh, make sure I'm going to have this muted. Warning, the stream's current bit rate is low. All right, so I know that this video is in here somewhere, and I just can't find it. There it is. All right. So yeah, shout out to the Press Club for sponsoring Hash Church. We love you guys, and today you are inadvertently sponsoring Heady Happenings. I'm going to give away a bunch of press bags, a bunch of spoons, and a bunch of the static-free funnels. So thank you guys for that. Next up, our boys at Puffco. Huge thank you to Puffco. I mean, they've been lacing us up since day one. I've been supporting this company for almost 10 years. They've done more to mainstream dabbing than any single company out there. I just got back from Colorado. I want to shout out Scott, the rep there, who was an absolute fucking champion, took incredible care of me, came to our Bubble Man party that we threw in Colorado, which I'm going to talk a little bit about later today.
and just really went above and beyond, and is truly just a super super nice guy. So shout out to Puffco for lacing us up, for supporting, and really, this week is the week that Forrest and Monica and Etienne are in the UN, at the UN in Austria speaking. And also, that is all thanks to Puffco. Huge thank you, Puffco, for supporting us. Yes, sorry, Dirty. I am on my shitty mic. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I'm going to change that soon. Okay, so shout out to Puffco, shout out to everyone. I am going to leave right now. I'm going to go onto my phone. Ideally, some people would come in. Let me see if Colin's going to pop in right now, because I could really use his help. Then I could make him co-host. And that would be super helpful, because I want to make sure I can accept people into the room. And if I leave and people start coming into the room, they're not going to be able to get in. So apologies for the microphone. I have my good microphone rolled up because I'm taking it to do Hash Church at this event. And so, yeah, shitty microphone. Oh, and now I'm muting it. Let me mute. Hello. All right, so that's there. Input volume is proper. Output volume. Speaker. Yeah, it's the best I can do, guys. It's the best I can do. Apologies for it not working that well. So hopefully someone's going to pop in right now, because all I need is one, and then I can change this to my phone, jump in my car, and drive down to the Heady Happenings. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. It's always nice to know that I'm not completely shitting the bed. And I appreciate you guys for all being in here this morning, waiting anxiously for Hash Church. I didn't invite a ton of people today. I know Etienne is not going to be around. I think I invited Caleb, Dr. Mark, and Colin. So very, very short, small group. But my plan was to do sort of one-on-one interviews with people that are at the Heady Happening. So hopefully that'll work out. Hopefully we can get Caleb or Colin or Dr. Mark in the house. I'm going to hit them up real quick. And then we will be good. Let me just mute my mic while I got the driest throat from Colorado. For those of you that don't know, Colorado is incredibly dry. It's a very big eye-opening for me personally as a hash maker, because it's just absolutely, it's just night and day making hash in the Pacific Northwest compared to making hash in Colorado, where it is just absolutely so fucking dry. They definitely have their work cut out for them. Too heady for me this time. Too heady? Can't be too heady. Yeah, dry as fuck. It's crazy. So I'll be doing a little bit of coughing this morning. It's gonna happen. Dr. Mark says he's popping in here soon. And now he's saying, dude, I need the link. So I will send him the link. He must not have received the email. Yeah, I'm excited to go and check out Heady Happenings. Like I said, I don't know how long we're going to last for. I don't know if we're going to get, you guys can hear me, right? This fucking thing is acting all sorts of funny right now. Yeah, exactly. No more blowouts, hashish and cowboy. Yeah, it is a good thing I'm on the turmeric and ginger. You're not lying there. Oh, too heady for my wallet. Oh, wow. Sorry, Jadam. I've got an extra ticket if you want to come. Meet me there, dude. I'll give you a ticket. I'll donate my extra ticket to you, bro. So come on down and meet me. I do kind of have a cold. I mean, it's not a cold. It doesn't feel like a cold, but it's a super dry, itchy throat. I don't really have like sniffles or anything like that, but I was definitely coughing this morning. So maybe it is the beginning, but we'll have to see. All right, here we go. Dr. Mark. Thank you so much. Love that you came in, Dr. Mark, because it is just you and I. Okay, good. I'm recording. I almost thought I wasn't recording there for a second. There's so much shit to do. Yes, it was. I'm also sponsored by Bubble Bags. I didn't want to mention that today because I'm short. How you doing, Dr. Mark? How you doing?
Let me get my headphones on. Hold on. I
Sure. Well,
remember
listen.
from
When you're
last
the only
week.
other one in the room, it's not a big deal. It's only once more than two people come into the room that it becomes this triple.
Oh,
I can
okay.
hear myself a little bit in your mic, but let me
Here, let me move my mic closer to my mouth. How's that? Is that better? How you doing, Mark?
a little quiet. But let me. I'm good. I've got to actually drive right now. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna join this Zoom meeting right now on my phone, and then I'm gonna drive
Okay.
to downtown Vancouver to this event called Heady Happenings, and we're gonna try and start from there. So let me just see that I can get in here real quick. I'm gonna mute this mic. Stay co-host. There we go. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's weird. I can hear. Oh, hang on. I got to disconnect from the computer, and then I got to connect to my phone. There we go. There we go. All right. There's two of me.
Yeah.
I'm going to shut this video off.
Double man.
And yeah, double man, exactly. And then I'm going to drive to this event. Holy shit. So how are you doing, Dr. Mark? You know I'm coming to Quebec tomorrow.
Oh, you are? Okay. Okay, so you'll be close by.
I'm going to be close by, dude. If I can make it, I will pop down there for like a dinner.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, how long are you here for, Marcus?
I believe it's till Saturday.
Oh, we got to make it happen, Captain. Come on now. You're going to be an hour
That's what I'm
away
saying.
from me?
Dude,
Yeah,
I know.
I'm jealous
It's
when I
ridiculous.
see you down in Denver with all our friends. How was
Oh my
Denver?
God.
Denver was fun,
Oh
right?
my goodness, dude. Denver is amazing.
Yeah, that's a good
It's
time.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's it's an absolute stellar, and I mean stellar, group of people. Just an absolute fucking stellar group of people. I am
Seriously.
completely no, it's ridiculous, dude. So we had a great time. I met a guy by the name of Kyle, and I want to shout him out. And thanks to Adam Dunn for introducing us. And basically, this guy has an incredible space in Denver, right downtown, right in the Milk District.
Mm-hmm.
He calls it the Gonna partner up with him and help him have events. Obviously, have my own events for Bubble Man brand, but also, like Matt Robertson, glass artists, all.
Oh, he's cutting in and out. You're cutting in and out. Wonky internet. Uh, Marcus, I think you froze. He's freshly frozen. Uh-oh, now he's just an image. Oh, good God. Can you all hear me?
All right. I'm back. I'm back,
You're back.
dude. Sorry.
Oh,
That's
crazy
because I left
internet.
my house. So I was on my internet and then it went to cellular service and there's like a 1 minute sort of blur between those two things. So I was shouting out Kyle and his beautiful apartment. We had an amazing gathering. I think it was on Thursday, and we just invited 50 to 60 people from the community. 60 to 50 people in the community in Denver is like no problem. You could just pull that out on a whim, on a last minute invite. You could have 60 of the coolest fucking people show up, glass artists, hash makers. I got to shout out Stuart from Minor Melts, who him and Jack, these two guys, dude, they have some of the best fucking dabs in the Colorado gray market.
And so we're trying desperately to figure out some sort of collaborations with the bubble man in the legal market and the minor melts. We want to kind of figure out a collaboration with those guys because they just there's no denying the caliber of resin that these guys are producing. Just beautiful solventless rosins that are make your mouth water.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Denver's been a hot
Yeah.
spot for
It's
good
awesome.
concentrates and, you know, Nicotine and the Incredibles crew. And yeah, there's always been really good concentrates. That's where, Kind Bill was in the Denver area for a long time. Now he's out here. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's great, Marcus. I'm glad you could make the trip down.
Dude, I want to make the trip out every for parties at the place. I'll be there almost every month. Shout out to all the fucking amazing people in Denver. Shout out to Rock Road, Aurora, and Thornton, George and Malik. Went and had an amazing meal with those guys. They came over to the event as well. I mean, honestly, I should have been filming it the whole time, but I just couldn't even deal with it. It's the fact is that Denver has this incredible scene, but also underlining the incredible cannabis community and scene, they have this absolutely bonkers mushroom scene. So everyone's got mushroom chocolates and mushroom gummies and just all these different ways of consuming microdoses of mushrooms, because there's some macro doses as well, but most people aren't just going to a party and eating 5 grams. Although I did meet a guy at my party who was on 70 hits of LSD, and that was an interesting conversation. He was definitely like completely holding conversations, completely sane, completely present, but like vibrating at a frequency that was just like, I don't even know how to explain it. It was godlike. It was insanity, dude. 70 strips, 70 hits of LSD, no problemo. And I was like, damn, I'd be melting off 10, like melting, bro.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that effect kind of like plateaus out, like at a certain level. You could only take so much. Your brain is only wired to, have so much at one time. I don't know. Or
I
do you
believe
just
that
get
originally. I think you could go further with it, though. He has a relationship with it that is very unique, let's just say. So
yeah.
yeah, he's an incredible human being, and he's uber super successful. He's like dynamic and awesome, and he had the best shirt on at the party. And I'll tell you what his shirt said. It was a green shirt, and it said "Whoop," and it had the Nike swoosh in green, and then underneath the Nike swoop there was, or swoosh, it said, "Just borrow it." And I thought, holy fuck, is that ever a fucking awesome shirt, dude? Look, just borrow it. So good. That's a tour shirt if I ever saw one. So I am not able to see if anyone's trying to come in on my phone right now. So if we do see anyone else, yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. Participants. Okay, so apparently there's 3. It's you, me, and Mark. I can see it now. If I leave this participant page open, I should be able to let Colin in when he pops in. I only invited you, Caleb, and Colin in today because I was trying to do interviews. But we'll see how it works out. I've got a really good show planned for next week. It's a big sort of sponsored version in conjunction with the release of the Bubble Man all-in-one vision box from Cannabis Solutions via C-Cell. So those guys are going to come on, and we're going to talk to their NASA scientist Steve, who's going to come on and break some things down in regards to the development of this new little piece of hardware. And then, of course, we're going to get super stoned and have a great day. So what are you puffing on over there, Dr. Mark?
I don't know. What is this?
Dude, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I have the box upstairs. I have to go look at it. I don't know. That's lame response. I know. It smells delicious though.
Well, that's enough for me, dude. When you get enough, I mean, I guess it was a gift or something. You didn't go buy it.
No, yes, exactly. It was a gift from a friend. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's the best kind of hash,
Oh
right?
my God. Free hash is the
Right.
best kind of
Yeah.
hash. One of my first competitors locally here for bubble bags was this guy by the name of Burnt Dan. And Burnt Dan and his brother were playing with like a propane bottle when they were little kids, and it exploded and
Oh
burst into
gosh.
flames, and they were just both terribly burned. Dan was very, very badly burned. Like,
Oh
he was
geez.
probably the second most burnt person I ever met in my life, aside from this gentleman who came to the Toker's Bowl, who was burned even worse than him. And I mean,
Or
like,
or
no
Eric.
fingers.
Eric last week, right? We were talking
No,
with.
no, no. These are people with no ears, a hole for a mouth, completely
Oh my
burnt
gosh.
skin,
Right.
burnt, like their hands are mittens. They have no fingers. They just have a thumb and a pad. I'm talking serious fucking burn victims here. So
Right.
Dan was my first competition locally here, and he called his company Free Hash. Yeah. I thought that's a pretty cool name because back
Yeah.
then, everyone threw their trim away. So if you
Yeah.
were able to buy these bags, you suddenly had free
Free
hash.
hash.
And
Yeah.
so that was what he called the company. And shout out to you,
Right.
Burn Dan, wherever you are. I hope you're doing well, buddy. It's been a long
But
time.
like, would people show up at the store and say, "Hey, I want some free hash"?
He was a mail order guy, but I'm sure
Okay.
he had people asking him for free repercussions. That
Uh,
is for sure.
I could.
So here, I'll give you a little shot of my view right now if I can turn my screen around. Oh, there we go.
Oh wow.
Dude, are you kidding me? So this is
Rolling
the
down the
this is
highway.
I'm right at Horseshoe Bay. The ocean is to my left and in front of me. And this is a beautiful little opening that you come through on the Sea to Sky Highway when you're leaving Whistler, Caulfield in the background, sunshine in your face, and the Pacific Ocean and Vancouver Island just over to the right there. Absolutely phenomenal, dude. I love the mountains, Dr. Mark.
Yeah, you'd love Vermont.
Of course, I'd love Vermont, dude. What are you talking about?
Well, you've been to Quebec, which is just right up the road, so
Well, it's
I can see
probably
Quebec
why
from my window.
dude, it's probably why I love the township so much. It's such a vibe. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's going to be different than Vermont because it's so French. We have
Yes.
that full French culture, which is a big part of it. But yeah, I mean, listen, I've wanted to go to Vermont since the first time I ever heard the picture of nectar. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, what? Nectars? I want to go.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's closed. That's a bummer.
No, well, this was 91 or 92 when I first
Yeah.
heard Fish.
Yes.
Or the album.
Oh,
Whenever that album
right.
came out, did it come out in 90 or 91?
92.
Okay, 92 then, yeah,
92.
because
Yeah. That's when they.
that was the first Fish I had heard before Junta or Yunta, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
before anything else. My buddy Jeff made a mixtape for me, and he put on Stash, he put on Chalk Dust Torture,
Yeah.
he put like some key songs from
Yeah.
Nectar and Picture of Nectar, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah. I went to the record store the day that that CD was released, and I bought my copy that day. So yeah, that was in 1992, and that was their first release on Elektra, which is a big label. So it
Right.
was like their first big label release because everything before that was just kind of like small and independent. So yeah, they were on
That's
their
so
way.
cool. Man, were they ever, dude? What a cool thing to be a part of, to be able to be like, I'm guaranteeing it was 92 then. Thought it
Yeah,
was 91. That guy made
yeah,
that mixtape for me. And dude, I just jumped in
yeah,
with both feet. By 93, I was seeing my first show at
yeah,
the Commodore Ballroom with Baby Gramps, who opened up
yeah,
for them.
yeah. I first heard the music of Fish at a Grateful Dead concert. It was July 4th, 1989, at Rich Stadium in Buffalo, New York, and
Mm.
this I was I was drinking Heineken and eating mushrooms, but this Isuzu Trooper with Vermont plates pulled up next to me, and there were a bunch of crunchy hippies in that Trooper. There's like five people that piled out of that thing, and 4 people went in 4 different directions, and one guy kind of stayed behind and put these big wooden cabinet speakers out on the top of his trooper there, and started playing this incredible music. And I'm like, okay, I turned off my Grateful Dead to listen to this, and I'm like, I was listening to it, and this dude had just a pair of jean cutoffs on, no shirt, no shoes, fully tan, dready, hippie dude sitting on his bumper playing the kunga to this craziest music I'd ever heard. At least I had no idea what I was listening to, and so I go up to the guy, and I'm like, hey man, what is this we're listening to? And he got in my face, and he's like, dude, this is the most incredible Bowie. He's like, this fucking Bowie blows all fucking. And I'm thinking it's David Bowie. All right, I'm thinking, okay, this is some David Bowie we're listening to. I had no idea it was some song called David Bowie. So he's like, dude, this Bowie is the sickest fucking Bowie. Wait till you, oh man, And then I went back to my car and just kind of like listened to the whole end of the song, with the crescendo, da 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 da, And then I walk up to the guy again. I'm like, dude, what David Bowie song is it? He goes, no, dude, this isn't David Bowie. This is Fish. It's their song. And he broke it down for me, Marcus. He was like, he got religious, like the way a hash smoker would get, like he's like, dude,
or someone who loves fish.
Oh, someone who loved Fish. And he's like, dude, you need to see this band. They're all, and he started breaking down the Gamehenge thing, started talking to me all about. So the first time I heard the music of Fish was, in the parking lot of this Grateful Dead show, July 4th, 1989. And then I fast forward to, it was April the 16th, 1991. And they were playing at Rick's American Cafe in Ann Arbor, and my band was playing the same venue. We played there on Friday. We were like kind of like the Dead cover band in Ann Arbor at the time, which is a big, heady town. Ann Arbor is a really cool destination in Michigan if you ever go, Marcus. Anyway, we actually had a band practice that night. And here's something that maybe a few people know, but the drummer in my Dead cover band is Kevin Shapiro, who's Fish's archivist. He's been Fish's archivist for the last 30 years or so. He got the gig as archivist like back in 95 or 96. But at the time, so it was really interesting on that night in April in Ann Arbor, Kevin was in. So Kevin went to school at Michigan State at the time, which is in East Lansing, which is a little ways away. But we had a band practice because we were looking to replace a keyboard player who got busted on Dead Tour. That's a whole different story. But we were auditioning a keyboard player that night in town, and I was like, hey, man, there's this band from Vermont that's playing at Rick's tonight. Let's go check them out. I mean, they're just like this really heady band. I explained the whole David Bowie crunchy hippie thing. And Kevin is like, no, dude. He's like, I'm not interested in that. So Kevin, who ended up becoming, again,
Damn.
yeah, so he did not go that night. Kevin didn't see him until later on that fall. He went to the Agora Ballroom down in Bowling Green, Ohio. I think that was his first show. And then the next night in Cleveland they played. But Kevin didn't see him till later on that year, and then ended up following him around and developing such a huge tape collection. He was a digital trader, digital taping kind of was in at the time. And so he was amassing this huge collection.
Oh yeah.
And so he also got a law degree along the way. And so when the band ended up hiring him as their archivist, like in 95 or 96, and he moved here to Vermont. So he lives right over here in Burlington, but he'd be mad if I was talking about it. Anyway.
Dude, I can't see your video anymore. I dropped my phone The one
Uh-oh.
time I took my phone off of it, I dropped it, it hit my knee, and your video is now gone. So I don't know if your video is only gone for me or gone for the entire live chat. I don't know if you're in the YouTube chat or if you're watching, but I can't do any of that from my phone. My phone is a limitator for me. I'm also driving, so
I think you're good.
awesome.
I'm also
If you just go
watching.
on the YouTube, yeah, if you're
Yeah,
watching and you can see yourself, then we're laughing.
yeah. We're laughing, and I just waved, and I know that there's a little bit of a delay, but yeah,
That is so weird that you just disappeared. Like I dropped the
yeah.
phone, you're fucking gone. I'm
Well,
like, okay, all right, this is fun.
I used to have an old hippie friend who said, "No matter where you go, there you are." So
Well, he
there you
wasn't
are.
wrong.
Yeah,
He
that's
wasn't
right.
wrong, dude. In
No,
fact, he couldn't have been more right.
absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah. So when did you first see him, Marcus?
Ah,
When
you're
was the
bad.
first year?
I
When did
saw
you
them
first see?
August 22nd, 1993 in
Okay.
Vancouver at the Commodore Ballroom. You should
Oh,
look up that set list, bro.
yeah.
Holy
No,
Christ.
that's a good one. Did they re-release that? They may have released that.
I think they did something at one point in time with it. I had the show since the day that I saw it. I managed to grab a recording from it from one of the tapers. You know, it was only less than 2 years before I would buy my own DAT and start recording in 95.
Yeah. I mean, that's like that was exactly right at the advent of people who, like I'm old enough to be part of that dead crew that was still using Sony D5 cassette, taping.
Yep.
And we were cassette taping, most of like the 80s. And then when it got into digital, yeah, it's a whole different ball game, right? I mean, it was just the sound was just incredible. And those digital soundboards, oh my God,
Yep.
would just melt. Yeah, I mean, and Fish was so good. I mean, if you got a soundboard of Fish back in the day, I know the soundboard of the, what was that, the Marquee in '90. So that was a key gig. I think that was just re-released. The Marquee gig from I think it's December 28th, 1990, something like that.
Oh
And
yeah.
what Kevin was saying is that that's an extremely important gig because that was the gig when the Electra folks first kind of saw them in this
Oh yeah.
bar playing all this really, intricate music and fugues. I mean, Fish is just very complicated music, right? And so as soon as you hear that, your musical ear perks up immediately because you're like, oh my God, these people are incredible players. And what are they singing about, If your
Exactly.
dog ever cat ever dies, I'll buy you a you. What the fuck, right?
Poster is dead.
Right? I mean, there
Poster's so dead.
where the Dead's lyrics were very prophetic and poetic, the the Fish lyrics were almost like nonsensical in a way that really made you wonder what were they thinking of and what were they talking about. But like Tom and Trey had such a rich history of writing songs back when they were kids. So I mean, when you
Well, and
write
super
songs,
influenced by the Dead,
yeah,
you know, but in a different timeline. So like the
right.
Dead went this route of like almost classical like poetry. Like it's like the lyrical genius of Robert Hunter and some of these guys for the Dead were just on it. Whereas the music came out of the music didn't necessarily come out of tripping balls like the lyrics. And so with Fish, I think they were inspired by the Dead and probably tripped many balls listening to the Dead, him and Tom. And now their music actually comes out of like this tripping balls, this super psychedelic, like you said, the lyrics are so out there, dude. They're just like, whereas the lyrics for the Grateful Dead are just almost like, I don't even know, like just the words alone could bring a tear to your eye.
Oh, it has many a time. A friend
Yeah.
says if you don't see music that brings you to tears, see better music. Um, it's to me. I mean, the thing with Tom and Trey too. I mean, think about it. They were kids like us. I grew up in the Jersey suburbs. So were they. They grew up in the suburbs, listening to FM radio, smoking weed behind the dumpster at school. I mean, doing all the things that you do when you grew up in America when we grew up in the 70s and 80s. And growing up in the New York metropolitan area where Trey and Tom grew up was in Princeton, which is, kind of like in between Philadelphia and New York, but it's the same kind of vibe, small little bedroom communities with, parents who commuted to work. A lot of our moms just back in that day stayed home. So, it's still feeling the post war, you know, increase of the economy and people were gaining wealth and suburbs were being built. I mean, it was a different era. Jerry grew up, his mom owned a bar, right? And he grew up really in the beatnik era. So Jerry's influences were really different than Trey's influences. Like Trey listened to Jimmy Page and Frank Zappa, Garcia was
Pat
listening to
Metheny.
Django Reinhardt and Bill Monroe. I mean, it's
That's what I'm
like,
saying, different generations.
yeah. So you're the influence, but it's really, just, I mean, think about it, Marcus. Just looking back over the time course of what's evolved in our lives. I mean, how Jerry passed in '95, and most musicians who play rock music kind of come and go, but man, the Dead's music is more popular now than it was 35 years ago when Jerry was still alive. I mean, it's like it's grown in popularity, and there's generations. I mean, I never saw Dead and Company, as it turned out. We saw the Fare Thee Well shows and Further and other ones, but I just couldn't go see John Mayer playing in a baseball stadium for hundreds of dollars. Was just, I'd rather go to a small venue and see a small Dead cover band, that's got my friends in it. So yeah, for Dead cover, I prefer the local bands, not some baseball stadium, nostalgic act. But, I mean, and look at like how Bob Weir's passing. I mean, so many people like after Bob passed just, reached out. I mean, from like people just like in the mainstream, people you wouldn't think that were maybe closet deadheads or whatever, but even like their contemporaries like Mick Fleetwood and Stevie Nicks and like other people who were, playing music and playing the venues that the Dead were playing when the Dead were a touring act. And, Marcus, I count myself so lucky as being someone who grew up in that age of, like going out adventure on Grateful Dead tour, and Fish tour was a lot like that too, because again, it was a lot of the same people. It was the same kind of vibe. There was a cool parking lot scene, drug du jour.
Hey, do you see this right now? I'm driving through a movie. I'm driving through a movie set. I'm literally on a movie set right now. There's fucking lights everywhere. There's a giant motion mechanica, like $50,000 camera in the sky next to me. Cops everywhere, dude. Holy shit.
They're making a movie of you, right?
Yeah, not of me, that's for sure. But they're definitely making a movie over there. That's wild. Sorry to interrupt you, but you don't see that.
No, that's you'll have to look and say, where did they use Vancouver as a movie setting? Let's see if you can see your car going by.
Dude, I'm telling you, Vancouver has been a movie set for like 25 to 30 years. They used to film the X-Files here back in the day.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm getting close.
So you're that close to Vancouver. You're already there.
I'm in Vancouver. I'm in downtown Vancouver right now.
Wow, how cool is that?
So the ocean is right in front of me through those buildings. And on the other side, if you can see the buildings way far away, those are in North Vancouver, across the water here. So this is, we're right in the thick of it right here. Cordova Street. Apparently I have 3 minutes, and I'm going to this arcade to do Hash Church, which even when he asked me, I was like, isn't that going to be loud? And he was like, well, I don't know. Let's check it out. So this could be a complete and total bust of a Hash Church. I might end up just going and finishing it in my truck if it's too loud. I also don't have a proper splitter for the headphones. So I'm going to be like doing the old one AirPod in each ear type of thing, which is never that great. But you know what? I digress. I'd rather try than give up.
Yeah, we had to keep the streak of number of hash churches going, right? Like you could not do it, right?
No, it's like there's no reason to miss it. It's if it just
Yeah.
takes a little bit of extra energy for me to, have it on my phone right now. It was a little stressful because I have I have a sort of SOP that I follow when I do this every Sunday. And right now I am completely outside of my SOPs, like beyond outside of my SOPs.
All
I'm
right.
like literally
That's
driving,
that's that's called growth, right?
right? That's exactly what that's called.
whenever you're outside your sandbox, I call it anyway.
Dude, that is a crazy Porsche in front of me. I don't even know what the fuck that thing is. It is crazy. All right, we're close. I'm 200 meters away. So let's see if I can find myself a nice parking spot on the straight. I think I'm going to be able to. It looks like Rockstar parking for Bubble Man. Let's see what we got. 9 to 10. Look at this. Actually, Greta is even. Maybe should I go further for an even more Rockstar parking? No, I think I fucked it up. I did. Gonna have to do a UB. Gonna have to do a UB. I got greedy, Dr. Mark.
Uh,
Sometimes,
no,
sometimes we get greedy with our parking spots. I
knowing
think
when
this
to
is
say when is the secret of life.
yes. I think this is the Canna guy in front of me. At least he's got the Canna jacket. So
Oh, there you go.
we'll see how this goes. I'm
You must be
gonna.
at the right place.
I'm definitely at the right place. I am. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see what we got going on here. What's up, dude? You're on Hash Church. Canna in the house. That's what's up. All right. So last time I was here, I bumped into Scott Deppie from Mothership. I literally bumped into him right here. And in fact, it was the first time we had met in person. We had talked on the phone and done emails and stuff, but we had never actually met before. So that was kind of cool. All right. So, of course, I don't bring an assistant because that would just be ridiculous. Right? Like, why would I do that?
You need a cameraman, right?
Well, I think I need something, Dr. Mark.
Where's Pinsky when we need him, right?
Dude, yeah, where's my cameraman Pinsky? That's hilarious.
Oh boy.
All right, so hopefully they're going to probably ask me for a ticket, and then I'm going to have to go on my phone and find the ticket. So you will have to fill in the blanks with your wonderful stories.
Well, I saw this paper. I covered it on High at 9 last week. That was
How's it going?
kind of
Good. Do you need my ticket? Sorry, Dr.
interesting.
Marks.
Interesting that they talked about identifying some high CBC varieties, and this was from, I think his name is Anthony Torres, I want to say. But the guys from Steep Hill were on there, so Don Land, Reggie Gaudino, and the Reverend Cameron were on there, and so they identified some CBC varieties where these were all type 3, so they were high in CBD, but what they noticed is that there were some accessions that were giving CBC levels on the order of about 3 to 4 to even sometimes as high as 5%. So I thought that was pretty cool. I thought, if I remember correctly, the one that Caleb had pointed out in that previous paper was on the order of about 30%. That's what I thought I remember from our discussion. So yeah, people are finding high CBC varieties, which are cool. You know, what's that good for? I guess CBC has got all kinds of different medicinal properties. People have been showing that their CBC is active against prostate cancer and other kinds of cancers, and there might be all kinds of different pharmaceutical type applications of CBC. So stay tuned. It's cool stuff. CBC for the win. Yes, I am crop sciences. I am going to CanMed this year. I'm not presenting though. My colleague is giving a poster on our work. I guess I could talk a little bit about our work. So, what are we doing? We're looking at how our phytocannabinoid derivatives are affecting the immune system, right? So, this is a pretty relevant topic, and there's a lot of people who are investigating this. Not a lot of people, but a small group of people who are investigating this. And so, what we're looking at is how HHCA, which is hydrogenated THCA, affects things called JERCAT T cells, which are a leukemic T cell. So it's a T cell that's gone leukemic. So they're basically cancer infected. And so, yeah, you want to basically kill these cells when T cells go leukemic. But the thing about investigating these, so these cells express the cannabinoid receptors. So it's always interesting to look to see like what cannabinoids do on them. But the issue is that THC is known to be immunosuppressive. So it actually suppresses the body's own immune system, and it does it through interacting a variety of different pathways. And so this is important to know because, again, there's people who are taking or who are consuming cannabis, high THC cannabis, again, when they have cancer or other autoimmune disorders like AIDS. And so we really have to understand how these compounds suppress the immune system. And so what our hope is that the derivatives that we're making, and we're making new compounds, aren't going to have that immunosuppressive activity. So they'll still be
That's incredible.
They'll still be anti-cancer, but they won't suppress the body's own immune response, which is extremely important because that's a concern now. That's one of the reasons why some doctors won't want to prescribe cannabis, because it's known that, again, there's an immune suppression. And that's exactly how CBD works to block COVID infection, right? Or what's called cytokines, the cytokine storm. So the cannabinoids are trying to regulate the body into homeostasis, right? We've talked about this on Hash Church a bunch. The endocannabinoid system is the body's chemical messaging system that helps maintain homeostasis. And so it's important to understand how, if you're on potent chemotherapeutics, which are other drugs and other chemicals, how the cannabinoids affect the immune system, because the immune system is the body's own pharmaceutical company. Anyway, I'll stop talking now. I was just carrying on, Marcus, trying to create content.
That was great. No, I've got, what was your name? Scott's here. He's got the sick camera. He's going to go get me the Wi-Fi password. So I'm just going to set up my computer here really quick. I'm at the Heady Happenings now. And let's see how it goes. We'll see how long I can last here before it gets so loud that I can't hear anything. Let me see. What am I trying to do here? Oh, yeah, Wi-Fi. So, okay, do you want to maybe find it and put it on? And I'll just talk to Dr. Mark. So check this out, Dr. Mark, just to give you a quick little tour of where we're at. We're at an arcade for the Heady Happenings. So I'll just give a quick little walkthrough. This is like a downtown Vancouver. Like, I guess this is a venue that Kyle, the guy who throws Heady Happenings, he discovered this place. What's up, buddy? Fucking Canna in the house. Got the nice Canna jacket. My son has that jacket. Here's Andrew from Whistler Technologies behind me. Just giving them a quick little tour while he hooks me up with the Wi-Fi password. A couple of Heady dudes over here. Some Heady dudes, right? You guys are Heady dudes. How's it going, boys? Hey, what's up, dude? Nice to see you. You guys are on Hash Church right now. Yeah, say hi to all the people watching. Yeah. So you guys got some glass and some hash? All right, well, listen, I'm around the corner. So anytime today, if you guys want to do an interview, come talk about your brand. Here, open it up and show me what you got here. So what is this?
This is you out of the garden.
Great grape cream cake F2 out of the garden. Oh, I'm lit. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. Oh shit. I was like, it's empty, dude. All right. It's like a tough jar to see inside, but oh my God, it's gassy, bro. That is beautiful. It's beautiful right there, Dr. Mark. I wish you could see it better. He thinks it's Pinot 4. Dude, thank you. I'm going to go dab this out right now. And at one point, come over around the corner. We'll do a little Hash Church interview. You can tell me about your brand and stuff. Thanks. Well, it's been 3 minutes since I've been here, and I already have a lovely jar. It actually reeked. Like when he opened it, it fucking reeked. So I'm in full support of that. See if we can get on this computer with my microphone and get into a little bit of a better scenario here. Looks like we're online. Colin's going to come in about a half an hour. We'll jump on here. All right, we're gonna have 2 of these going here soon, Dr. Mark.
Nice.
Yep.
Can you see the chat?
Not yet, but
Okay.
I will be able to see it soon. Let me just.
I mean the Zoom chat, not the YouTube chat.
Stay co-host. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so you can hear me?
Yes. And
Okay,
yep.
awesome. So there's Johnny B.
Johnny B.
Dude, Johnny B's in the house. What do you got there? Bubble bags? That's hilarious.
This is the little kit in my car. And I'm laughing. You gave me this bucket 10 years ago.
Is that really Johnny B or is that some AI?
That's Johnny B. I don't know why I'm getting feedback. Oh, I get it. Let me go over here. Let me get my headphones out. Possibly go into headphones. Sorry, everyone, but appreciate you guys kind of. So, yeah, I got to figure out. It's like my brain's not working. I can hear my voice coming through my phone, but my phone is muted. So it's like I don't understand how that is happening.
Can you hear me?
I guess I can hear you perfect.
Okay,
but I need to stop hearing. In fact, let me see if I can just close this one. There we go. Let's see how this works. I can absolutely not hear you now.
Okay.
Because I shut my phone off. But it was affecting things. So, oh, there we go. Noise removal, Raspberry speaker. There we go. Marcus' AirPods.
All right. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, brother.
Okay, good.
Strangely enough, though, as I'm speaking, it's not showing me. There we go. All right. I think we're good. Are we doing this?
Can you see the Zoom chat?
Yes. If I open up the Zoom chat, I can. But that's Zoom, and there's nothing going on in the Zoom chat. Are you asking about the YouTube chat?
Yeah, no. In the Zoom chat, I put a link there. Can you not see that link?
I can see it. Do I need to click on it?
I thought this is an interesting discussion since you're in Canada and this was a Canada Health
Tell me what it says again.
Yeah, so this is a really interesting study. So this study is basically comparing heavy metals and pesticides and mycotoxins in stuff in the illicit market versus the regulated cannabis market, right? So it's got like 32 authors on it. It's, basically Health Canada looking at legacy market stuff that's out there and finding all kinds of stuff in there, including heavy metals, pesticides, and mycotoxins, and a lower incident of that in the regulated market stuff. So it's a super interesting article. I think we lost your. Let's see.
I muted the microphone while you were talking, and there's 2 ways for me to mute the microphone. I can both mute it on the mic by pushing or I can mute it on the actual Zoom, and I was trying to unmute it while it was already unmuted on Zoom. So thank you for bearing with me. I'm going to try and fix this video because it's doing this weird thing where it's like it's all futuristic and it's like moving me in and out, and I don't want that. I don't want that. So let's see if I can. Also, I'm on a brand new laptop that I've never used before. And so original ratio, yeah, I think original ratio is good. I think that is good. Hopefully I'm not moving around anymore, because I could tell it was like zooming in on me, like super, super close. All right, I think we're good. Now I can watch for Colin, because he said he was going to be popping in here in a little bit.
And could you
Maybe
share
do a
that
little
link?
interview or two.
Could you share that link in the YouTube chat, Marcus, if you get a chance?
Sure. Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you. Awesome.
Copy link. Do. Need to get a little mouse for this. It's but this is why I bought the computer. I bought this computer so we could do Hash Church without like technical difficulties that are to blame on the old technology. So at least the technical difficulties that we are having today are all just my own ignorance and lack of ability to execute, and not the fact that, you know, no matter how good I am, the computer's never going to let me do what I need to do. I also need to like put something, maybe a piece of cardboard here. Oh yeah, my camera's still doing it. It's like following me around. That's pretty true. All right, table secure. I think we're going to maybe smoke some dabs here. I'm pretty sure we're allowed, because that's what everyone's here for. And I did bring an actual glass pipe, which I don't often do. Been using the Puffco for so long, but the Puffco link, dude, that's got to be one of my favorites. Hey, shout out to Minor Melts. Look at this dab towel that he gave me, dude. Like, are you kidding me? Isn't that sick? It's crazy how my camera is fucking moving, Dr. Mark. I need to figure that out.
Yeah, it's like some weird AI stuff.
It's totally weird AI stuff, bro. All right, so I brought so many pipes. It's absolutely ridiculous. So have you used the link yet?
No, I haven't. I need to. I'm not.
Dude, it's actually really cool.
Is it really cool? Okay, I haven't used it yet.
It's really cool. We had a big gathering in Colorado, and I'd say we had 5 or 6 of them going.
Oh my gosh.
If you do have a link and you're just hooking it up to your Puffco for the first time, you absolutely have to go into the app and update the Puffco, the Peak Pro 3D XL or whatever. So it needs an update. Matt and I learned the hard way. I was over at Matt Robertson's studio at the Stash, his podcast, and we're trying to figure this thing out, dude. He's got so many Puffcos. We probably tried 4 or 5 different bases of Puffcos, and we couldn't get this thing to work. We were going to film a whole video on opening it and putting it on his sick glass and big giraffe pieces, and we failed. So the next day I saw Scott, the rep for Puffco, and he was like, did you update it? Which was funny, because there was a point in Matt and I's trying to get this thing working where I said to him, do you have the app? And he's like, oh, I got the app, but I just got too many Puffcos, like just trying to find them if you have a lot of Puffcos, it's best to just name them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can always check them by connecting to them, and usually the light will go on. Just let me see what I'm getting text here. All right, there we go. Wow, I am literally at an arcade right now, dude. But it's not too loud, right? Like, you guys aren't having a lot of background noise?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Fuck yeah, dude. Love that.
Yeah.
What do we got going on here? We got a black Puffco. So I'll show you how simple this thing is. Have you seen it at all? Have you used it? Like, seen all the videos?
I haven't taken it out. I did. I went to the internet just to find out what it is.
Yes.
Because when I got it, I'm like, what the fuck? It's like.
So check it out. You take off your glass,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Get rid of that, because we're not going to use that. And we're going to use this little guy. And we're going to put him in so he's flat. You do not want him in at an angle like that, right? You want him flat. And the reason for that is that the unit is going to sit here when you're not using it. When you're not using it, you plug it right into here. So we're also going to take this out. And then we're going to take this that we took out and we're going to put it into the little piece that goes into the pipe. Now, finally, there's a connector. And that connector goes where you had. There we go. Boom. So that is it in a nutshell. When you've got it together, you can have it like that. We'll just open this up a little bit, throw this little guy. Oh, make sure you don't lose your 14. I've got a 14 and a 10. I keep my extra one in the box. I'm using the 10 today. So the 14 stays in the box. I'm just using this tiny little piece. I will say from an etiquette perspective, obviously you can see this thing is very big and heavy. And if I put this down, it could tip the pipe. It doesn't actually, because of this little piece acts as a leg. But I tell everyone, even if you have a big pipe, like it is in your best interest not to leave this in. So you take your rip, you can have it both in your hand if you want, or you can have it on the table and just be doing that. And once you've kind of got your hit done, I just take it right out. I put the pipe down safely, and then I clean it while I'm holding it in my hand. And when I'm done, I just put it back like that, and it sits on the table. Never leave this fucking thing in your pipe. Not too hot. I mean, if you puffed a Puffco, you've seen how hot this gets, but this is all rubber and doesn't get hot at all, and this doesn't get hot at all, and this is where I grab it from because it's the best place to put it in from. Keep in mind, this is just in here lightly. It's got a couple of little units. It's not like it's screwed in and tight as tight. Like as it gets hot, this could get looser and looser. So I always grab it by this. I really want if anyone can give me instructions on how to stop my camera from going in and out. I've gone into the video effects and whatever, and I can't figure it out. Video effects, portable lighting, virtual backgrounds. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think it's just trying to keep up with your head, right?
Yeah, but it shouldn't be moving at all. Do you know what I mean? Like usually there's a button that you have set that it's like it's smart or something where it's like it's going to move back and forth the way you want to see it, but that is not what I'm looking for at all.
Yeah, mine's not moving at all.
No, exactly. MacBook Air desk phone. Okay. All right. Well, we're figuring it out. Let's go HD. Let's see if we can get some. That's pretty clear, right?
Yeah, that looks great. Still moving. But that's all right.
The more I move back, the more it moves down and moves in on me. It's super trippy, dude. We'll see how that's super trippy. Anyway, I think it's time for a rip. I'm definitely going to get struck for music because he's going to play music the whole time, and the music is definitely going to. I hope I don't get a copyright strike on the channel, but even the 3 minutes that have already played is already enough to get a copyright strike. So
we can't hear any music at all.
No, but it's I guarantee you the algorithm can. Dude, when you whistled a song one time, I got a copyright strike.
I whistled a song? Really?
Yeah, you were like humming and whistling a song and you sung a few lyrics and it was about 10 seconds. And I went on and I was like, there's no way that they can Dude, when you own a song, you can monetize any aspect of that song on YouTube. Like literally someone else singing
people can cover it, right?
They can cover it, but they can't monetize it. So when they post it online, the company through the algorithm will recognize it and they'll grab the monetization. Unless the company are dicks and then they'll strike you for a copyright. You get 3 before your channel's gone.
Jeez.
Uh-oh. All right, so I think we're going to go for it. This is really nice, dude. I'm going to cough like a motherfucker on this one, I have a feeling. Little dabby dabber at the Heady Happenings all by myself in the corner. Fucking doing hash church with Dr. Mark. Oh, you got the Proxy there, brother?
Yeah. Letting her warm up. So yeah, I'd be interested in what you thought of that paper's findings. We don't look at it now, just maybe look at it when you have a chance.
Yeah. Tell me about the paper's findings.
Well, basically, they found a lot of dirty stuff on the illicit Canadian market.
Okay, yeah. Well, listen, this event, Heady Happenings, he also does testing for everything, whether you're in the legal or illegal market, gray, black, white, whatever you want to call it. He had like, I'd have to ask him, maybe we'll do a little interview with him later, but I'm quite certain that he had like 6 or 7 fails. Mycobutanol. So
Yeah, that's
that's
what
what
they
people are
found. They found in a bunch of and
Here, come over.
they
How do
sampled.
we do this? I want to stand. Okay, here, you take this one,
Oh, wow.
but stand on the other side of me because only one mic might work. Although
like
this
that.
this should be the mic. Can you hear Johnny B?
Yes,
Oh, you're really quiet,
good,
Dr.
Mark.
Mark.
yes, I could hear him.
I can hear you.
You can hear him?
I can hear him.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's so quiet for me in the left. Like
Really?
crazy quiet. You got to turn that mic up, Dr. Mark.
I got to turn the mic up, really?
Sounded like he was sipping on a
So Johnny B was one of the first people I walked into today. I thought, fuck, Johnny B, like let's do a little interview. Tell us how meditating is doing.
That team is fantastic.
Yeah?
Yes, you know, as we move towards the new, well, it's packaging is a big thing in this world, right? We're looking at reusable, recyclable, sustainable packaging. One thing about a meditainer is, I got raving fans for 14 years. Still using. I spotted a guy yesterday. He's using the same meditainer since 2014. He had the old Aurora.
That was the beginning of it.
That was when we went to
Cannabis.
Squamish.
Oh, Squamish.
He rented at Squamish, and we did that little video,
At the grow there?
and that was with Eminem.
That's hilarious.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, let me make sure that everyone's. Much love, Johnny B.
Much love to everybody.
Marcus, sure it's not your ear? No, I get my ears tested as well as my eyes.
I don't get my ears tested.
It's good to test your shit every once in a
Right.
while, especially as you get old as fuck.
Not old.
No, but you're getting there.
No.
Yeah,
Younger.
we're getting older.
We have new technologies.
Wisdom. It's true. It's true. All right, have you seen this
No.
little unit yet?
What is this?
So this is the link. So this is the Puffco here.
Okay.
And this little wire connects the bowl now to any pipe that you have. And so now we can use our Puffcos and puff out of our glass.
Can I go grab my slinger?
Yeah, absolutely. Whoa! All right,
I didn't bring my torch. Because
1,
I
2.
knew that was gonna happen.
Boom. We're going link. We're going link. Well, we can hook up a link here.
Mark's sipping.
He's sipping on a.
Sipping on. I know. I love
Yeah.
those things, and you can't use them.
I have one in there if you want to hit one.
Do I want-
Hey, Johnny, is that really you or is that AI?
It's me.
Okay.
I did work on building a digital twin, which I'll be working on quite extensively.
Is that really you, Johnny, or is that AI?
Well,
no, you know
I-
what? You can still tell when it's AI. Anytime he posts a video of him, I know when it's him or when it's AI. It's not quite there yet.
I think Johnny is gonna master this before everybody else knows even what the hell's going on, and you're gonna live forever.
Well, it's about that beautiful thing, which is nanotechnology and about health. Looking at what we're doing with the benefits of AI and health is amazing, and that's the biggest advantage. What we have is how it helped me. It's all about health and good dabs.
My goodness, that must be going. Did I not click it?
Oh yeah, it's waiting for the
It hasn't vibrated yet. It's still getting there.
It's still guessing.
It's. I hit you on blue
Ooh,
too,
this
so it's a nice
tasty.
low
Which
hit.
one's this?
Just gifted to me.
I think it's quiet when we're done.
Oh, Boro Josh has to keep. You know, it's like I totally appreciate your opinion, but you've already given it. I don't need it He hates the Puffco, so he just feels impelled to say shit about it every single
The thing
time.
is the emotional
Like,
meaning
dude.
behind it. So I'm just curious, what's the feeling that Puffco gives you?
Oh, here, excuse
How's
me.
that making you feel? I mean, I love my bomb.
Me too.
I love my Puffco when I'm on the run.
Yeah.
When I actually need something, and so it all suits his needs for whenever you are that type of holy application. when you need it.
That's exactly it, dude. That is exactly it. If I had a torch and a universe heater
Like,
and
what
all
do
this
you think?
other
No.
shit.
Do I like these things? I keep wrecking them.
Yeah. Well, you're a wrecker though.
I
You wreck bangers. You gotta like. Johnny B is the Chaz Bang champion.
Where is the turbo?
What's that? Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Turbo.
Well,
and
if you
five
have a
times
choice, if you have a
It would stick it
torch,
harder.
and a really good nice banger, and you have a Puffco sitting on the same counter, which one would you grab?
I'm gonna grab the torch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't use a torch at all. I use a universal heater, but it's not travel friendly. And so, like John said, yeah, at home I love to hit my universal heater. Although I will say, I've been hitting the Puffco quite a bit at home, right at my office where I do have a banger. So it's just about convenience for me. The real convenient aspect of it is if you have a torch and a banger and you're the only fucking one and you're feeding everyone dabs, this is literally 1,000 times
Quicker.
easier from the perspective of like I gotta load all the dabs and literally like fucking take care of you, clean each banger. I know he's
He's
ripping
just
it,
like ripping it.
ripping it. Oh yeah.
Love it, Mark. Being
So
so humble.
All
put
right.
that back
Well,
away. Put that back in
remember
there.
what would D420K say?
He'd say
Bong
bong
rip.
rip, mother lovers. It's exactly what D4. You know what? I disagree.
Great.
I do. Yeah, he says Puffcos suck compared to a real dab. It's like it's
You know what?
not when
Puffco,
you're on the top of Whistler Mountain, dude. You know, it's like yeah, bring your banger and your Q-tips and your banger basket and your
when you're
dab
on
light and your torch and your glass pipe and your carb cap, and I'll just be on the mountain ripping my Puffco and then off to shred the mountain for the rest of the little bit. So
I'm gonna have my drone fly up to the top and drop everything at the top there.
bong
And
rip.
the AI wait for me. When
Nice.
I get there, you'd be like, here, you have like, you'll be serving me everything, and I can sit down. It'd be better than a Puffco.
How
It'd be
much-
the AI Puffco.
The AI Puffco. How much you dabbing in one bowl, Dr. Mark? 1 gram?
0.5.
No one is hitting. Listen, the thing about Puffcos is you can't overload them or you destroy them. You don't want to get the oil to come in through the holes at the top. So many people want to use it the way they want to use it, but they don't want to design it. They don't want to.
You want your hash to last, man.
Well, that's for sure.
I just take as little as I can possibly get in there.
Right.
I really realized that the smaller dabs is what really get me there, where I've always put like the biggest dab in there and see how much I'm getting, see how much I was wasting, how much was going down into the water, and I was like, man, I spent a couple $100 on dabs and it's about $75 worth. It's still in the water.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, so Johnny, do you remember the whole LED thing that we did on Hash Church? God, that was like 10 years ago, right? Oh my
Yes.
God. Look what LED has gone since, right?
Oh wow! I mean, just seeing the advancements with LED technology from, those beginning lights that were kind of like we were like sticking to a piece of plywood. I still have the old 3-bar one. You have like 30 on a piece of plywood to get on the wall, and then going into of course the Spectrum King LED really started nailing it when that was 2014 and seeing that advancements.
Yeah.
And then Alias LED came out with the far red, and then of course Spider was in those Grandmaster level with their dialed-in technologies.
Grandmaster Influence.
And Fluence, and then there's Foshi's, like all of these lights. And looking
Oh,
at
it's just amazing. We were at the
Well,
beginning.
hey, and then let's not forget about Grandmaster LED, who just happens to
Oh,
have all of the spectrums in his light. Like, what the fuck?
Absolutely.
He's just like, I just added all their spectrums, so you can just
Yeah.
click on it and have it if that's what you want.
Everything,
Oh.
everything all at once, right? Isn't that
Everything all at once,
and
exactly.
understanding the light recipes, and I talked about that in my book, Keys to LED's Growing Future. And that book there, I talked about when I put my strain underneath 50 different leaf. Remember, plum, pear, apple, cherry, and seeing that different growth pattern underneath of that, really looking up the light recipes for where it's Grandmaster level, light recipes for the future. And looking at different light recipes for different cultivars, I think is going to be that biggest next step in how we can use a maximum level.
And finally, like there's now robust data out there. Like enough people have been using them to know. I think back in the day, we were still speculating, as to how does this affect trichome structure and oil yield, and ultimately does it make a good washer? Like if you're gonna anything that you have that you can use for a long time and tweak it and optimize it, you're only going to get better. I mean, that's the whole idea
best
of
thing.
innovation, right?
And with LED technology, and now like I've been working on, of course, brains with inside of a lot of the agents I've been working with, and building a specific agent that's going to work on LED technology, is start looking at those like recipes and how they're affecting different cultivars, because now we can actually have the technology look at that and seeing where it's raging in different parts of the world and trying to match those same light recipes indoors. I think that's going to be the future. We're just scratching the surface of how technology is catching up. Now we can use technology now to see where we can go with the strains and what we've created. Let's say cultivars too, right? There's some strains, the cultivars that are being created over these different regions, and they all have different light recipes. Like when I was in Mexico, I pulled up my light meter and I saw the harsh far red, and we saw just the way those leaf patterns were growing. I started seeing these patterns in different parts of the world and seeing that, and then seeing it in my own grow room.
Right.
It's like,
This damn microphone is getting in my way. We want to make sure we're quiet. Apparently, my audio is very quiet compared to Mark, so I got to speak a little louder into the microphone. How's that? Is that a little bit better?
you scream.
No, I don't want to scream, but I want to make sure that make sure that it's working, and then I've got output audio is pretty much maxed.
And the strains that are coming out these days, the flavors that I'm tasting yesterday.
Dude, listen, you should go to Colorado.
I would just see. I
You
just
don't
want to
even know, bro.
acknowledge you for everything right now. Seeing you down in the U.S.,
Yeah,
that dream that we talked about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
what you did?
I know. I'm doing it. I executed. Executed.
It's what you have to execute.
I'm going to the US, dude. It's so fucking crazy. I'm so nervous when I get to the border because it's one single guy at a kiosk who can decide whether I go or not.
Yeah.
So I'm just like
Depending on his day.
as polite as possible. I'm so fucking, stoked to be able to come.
Yeah, pull your Jedi Force magic on them, and just Jedi out on them,
Or just be a good dude.
Yeah, well, that's that.
Here, try
That's
that one.
the same thing, I think, right?
He's like, literally can't handle that one. He's like, talk to Mark.
Isn't that the same thing?
I can't hear one this one.
Well, he hasn't come on yet.
Okay, what
Once
do
you
you want
put
me
it
to
in
say?
your ear, it should click back on. Let's just go into audio settings. Well, we're connected, but we can't hear now. We're probably
can't hear?
disconnected. There you are.
We can hear
There
you.
you. Perfect.
Okay.
I can hear him. That's because that fucking AirPod is super quiet.
And I can't really hear it that much anyways, which is fantastic. I hope you guys are doing great today. I mean, on Sunday is
fuck.
Let's get a best student. And you know what? I gotta go like
Gentlemen.
so I'm gonna like make sure that
Shit. Oh my god, I didn't pay for my parking. Can you go get the code? It's right out front of the door, and it's the pay by parking code. I'm in the blue Audi. Yeah, just give me the code and I can pay for parking here. Damn, that would have been a ticket for sure. Johnny B saving the day. That is funny. You know what? Next time I'll have a proper splitter over the ear headphones. I do have over the ear headphones, but if I use them, I can't share the AirPod. But I'm telling you, dude, the right AirPod is like the left AirPod, there's no sound coming through my left AirPod.
Oh, really?
I need some new, because he couldn't hear. He was like, fuck, I can't hear out of this one. It's like, yeah, exactly. Because there's literally no sound coming out of it. All good. Well, you know what? We're pulling it off somehow. I just want to get a couple hours in, and it's already 10:14, bro.
Yeah, look at that.
I will do some interviews. We got Johnny B. That was fun, but I'll get some others. I've got some stuff that I'm going to give away. So I'm going to give away this Puffco mat, a pretty cool mat. It's all like making hash. You can see that.
Yes.
I'm going to give that away. And then I got a ton of the bags, double bags and single bags. And then I got a few spoons, a few lucky hash makers. In fact, I'm going to give the guy that gave me a jar, he's going to get a spoon because these fucking spoons are killer. Dudes, Press Club. Are you kidding me right now, dude? Beautiful. So we're going to give that to the gentleman that linked me up with the... There we go.
Sorry, I got to pay for parking real quick, or yeah, that'll suck. Johnny
Yeah, you don't want to get a
B.
ticket.
Nah, not when you can just pay by phone and have your phone, send you a text every time the parking is running out. It's like a no-brainer. Just pay for the fucking parking.
And you can just re-up.
Yeah, you can re-up as long as you don't go over the allotted amount of time. It'll probably be like a 2 or 3 hour one. Maybe it looks like there's no limitation on it actually. LG is my wife's car. Let's start with 60 minutes. Boom. $4 Canadian. Not too shabby at all. So still no Colin?
Not yet.
Interesting. I've been getting people hitting me up here. All right. What's up, dude? No, don't interrupt. Come hang out here. Oh shit, with the gorilla on it? Oh shit, I remember I have a Legends one like this. Yep. Yep. Beautiful. I love that gorilla, dude. He just looks so fucking serious. Thank you, dude. How things? Yeah, dude. How things at Canna? So Canna are the official partners of my partners here in Canada, Cannara Biotech Quebec. And you have never seen a more ridiculous facility. And when I was walking through the facility with Justin Conway, the PhD chemist who works there, who you met, Dr. Mark, he came on and did the show with Assam, the plant guy. He was telling me that one of the main reasons we work with Canna isn't because we can buy off the shelf nutrients from them, but because they'll work and they'll tweak the nutrient program for them in regards to what they ask for. So Canna's willing to be like, oh, you want what? It's like, okay, yeah, we'll do that. It's not necessarily going on the shelf, but they're delivering it specialty to their clients. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. Well, one thing I notice about you guys is you're very much into supporting the scene. You know what I mean? Like you guys are they're a big part of supporting the culture. And yeah, shout out to Kat, a good friend of mine who's always been lacing me up with Canna, and they've been sponsors of Legends of Hash in the past. And they've sponsored, they sponsored the show that Justin Conway came on from Cannara. So thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, right on. Yeah, thanks, bro. Canna in the house. Canna in the house. All right, let's see what else we got here. Doing okay. That's nice. I hope what I'll probably end up doing eventually is I'll get one friend like Johnny B to just continually bring folks back here, and just 5 to 10 minute interviews, I think will be a fun little thing. And each one will get a spoon or a press bag or something else. I know Johnny B has a rosin press at home right now because it's my rosin press that I left there about a year ago. And so I'm going to give him some of these double press bags and see if he can't make a little video for the press club. It'd be kind of cool. Be kind of cool. So what else, Dr. Mark? I went to Colorado. That was fun. Okay, so I drove to Moffett. Have you ever heard of Moffett, Colorado? It's like close to the New Mexican border.
No.
So it's way down south. So I got to, drive this beautiful highway where it's almost like Colorado is like the prairies and the mountains, like simultaneously just right next to one another, right? The Great Plains and the mountains all along the outer edge, driving through Fairplay, I believe it was called, which is like sort of the town that inspired South Park. I think it was at 10,000 or 9,000 feet that we were at. I think we ended up getting up to about 12 or 13,000 feet when we drove past Keystone, Copperhead, Breckenridge, Lovehead, like all of these different mountains that some I've heard of, some I haven't. Of course, you may or may not have seen, I went to Red Rocks. There was no concert, but I was like, I have to go to Red Rocks. So we pulled into Red Rocks on our drive up to Evergreen to go see Matt Robertson and the whole Evergreen studio folks. And it was so cool to just stand in the venue in the day. A lot of people working out, running up and down the spots. But I got the vibe that, oh my God, dude, this summer I'm definitely coming. Trey's going to be there. Michael Franti's going to be there. Yeah, Trey plays, I believe, in June, Red Rocks. So you want to go?
Oh, wow. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Let's go.
Jeez, I didn't know that. Yeah, I've seen Fish there twice. I saw them when
Oh,
they
very cool.
first played there in '93, and then the year later in '94.
Yeah, everyone told me they can't play there anymore. I was like, well, that sucks. They
Yeah,
play at Dick's, I think.
no, they had like riots there like in '96 or some shit like that.
No.
Yeah, the Dick's is already been announced. That's Labor Day weekend, so
Okay.
yeah, that's a good time to go to Denver.
So, but wow, who the fuck would riot at a fish show?
There's just Red Rocks has only got like I want to say like only like about 50. No, it's not like 50. It's more
It's super
like
small.
2,000. Yeah, maybe 3,000 people. I mean, and yeah, I mean, Fish will sell out Dick's, which is like 14 or 18,000. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's just the demand for tickets. Yeah, demand for tickets, and with Red Rocks, you're actually on the grounds of a park. I think the city of Denver maintains that park, and
Dude, you
you
want to know
know
how many people can go to Red Rocks? I'm kind of surprised.
what?
9,525.
Wow, wow, that's a lot.
I,
Yeah,
I would not have thought that.
yeah. Well, what's the capacity of Dick's? It's
Oh
much
gosh, it's got
larger
to
than
be
that.
19 or
Yeah,
26,000.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, something like that. So that makes a big difference. And the
100%.
shakedown. And a lot of people will go to the show without tickets and in hope that they hook up with tickets. And if they don't, they're perfectly happy with just hanging out outside. But the venue
Dick's is
doesn't.
27,000.
Oh, there you go. Right, 27. Oh my
So
God.
almost triple what Red
Yeah,
Rocks is. I
yeah,
get it. They gotta. It's funny because it's the exact same thing about cannabis. Oh, you create something popular, you make a hash, skew that's great. You're making it, you're doing it in the smaller venues, but now more people are interested. Well, do you
yeah,
only want to do the small amount of people, or do you want to let more people enjoy what you're doing? And you get bigger, and then people are like, it's not the same anymore. It's too big. I only like it small. And it's exactly the same from a hash maker standpoint, or kind of
yeah,
any sort of thing that human beings enjoy. The minute too many humans start to enjoy it, a certain group of entitled human beings decide this was for me. I found this first, and I don't like it with all of you here. What I kind of did with fish and other things in my life is I try to find the enjoyment in all the levels. Like, of course, when I'm on Whistler Mountain and it's empty, I like it the most. And when it's super busy, I could spend my whole day bitching and moaning and whining about all these fucking people. Or I could just go somewhere else. And if you're bitching about fish because they're playing venues that are too big, I have some advice for you. Go somewhere else. That's it.
yeah. I mean, the same thing happened to the Dead when they went from when I first used to see them. You could see them in theaters, in small theaters, like maybe two or
Sure.
3,000 theater. But so many people wanted to go, so they got up to big arenas and ultimately, football stadiums and baseball stadium, you know, and it loses the intimacy of the music and where do you go beyond that? I mean, that's ultimately the thing that killed Jerry, right? Was this behemoth organization that had to stay profitable and on the road and selling as many tickets as you possibly can because
Exactly.
that you need that money to survive and to sustain the organization. Yeah, it's
Well, it was all the people, all the employees, all the
that's right.
family, right? The family who are all living off of this thing. And it's like, obviously, that pressure absolutely crushed Garcia's ability to self regulate. He just had no ability to self regulate. And that's why he ate the way he ate and did drugs the way he did. It's like he didn't want to be famous, he didn't want everyone to worship him. Like, I don't know much about
No,
Garcia, but I know one thing. He did not like worship. That was the thing that
no,
made him the most. In fact, that pressure from the fans was probably greater than the pressure of having to, feed all the mouths from the family.
yeah. I mean, but that happens. That happens with rock stars all the time, right?
Of course.
I
I'm
mean,
sure it
it just
happens with plenty of famous folks. Like I'm sure
uh,
it's happening to Kevin Hart right now. Like I'm sure it's happened to Dane Cook, comedians from the past, like not just rock stars, but like anyone
yeah,
that gains a level of popularity. Like fuck, right now it's probably happening to Mr. Beast. There's probably no more famous person in the world right now than this fucking guy, and he just does YouTube videos. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, it's yeah. Um, this social media influencer, I forget what her name was, but she was a real very well known amongst that age group, and she was a fitness geek and everything, and all of a sudden she's gone, and it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like I don't even know like what advice to give kids. I mean, I'm a college professor, so I deal with students all the time, and for me, again, just thinking about my kids and my students, certain idea of again going through secondary education and getting a degree and then getting a job, the paradigm has shifted to where people who are making money are just these social media influencers with little to no education whatsoever, and they can make millions of dollars by just having views, right? I mean, it's like, why would you want to go to college and go through all those classes and learning and becoming an expert at something when you don't need to become an expert at all to make a lot of money? I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a tricky thing being a parent these days and trying to give your child advice for a world that you didn't grow up in, you have no real knowledge of, and the more of a bubble that you've placed yourself into, the less about the actual world you have an understanding of. And so it's hard to give kids advice these days. I just sort of tell them, like, I think that following your passion is still
Yeah.
valid. And I think that don't be afraid to make mistakes is still valid. Like go out there and make mistakes and fall on your face because those moments will define you. I think that still holds true as well, but only time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's certain priorities that you have to make in your life because there's a lot of decision points that you have where you could either go here or go there, do this or do that, and you don't realize it. It's easy to see in retrospect when you look at like the decisions you made in your life on where your life has taken you and where you've gone. But yeah, I mean, I was just reading a story this morning about a woman who's got a 4-year degree, and the job that she has, she's a single mom and she's got 3 kids. She still needs to go to the food bank because even the job that she has a full-time position. I don't know if she's in social work or just some low-paying field where to raise a family you need to have substantial means. Today, it was easier, I think, to live less expensively years ago. I think today I mean, it's just incredibly difficult when you go up and down the streets of where you live and say, yeah, this is like now it was a $400,000 home. Now it's a $2 million home. Who's got 20% to put down on a $2 million home in our kids' generation, Marcus?
Oh, I know.
So
Trust me.
they're gonna have to wait for like us to die to be able to be homeowners. I don't know. I mean, again, I live in Vermont. It's high cost of living up here. We're in kind of like where Bernie Sanders lives, right? And Bernie, just to talk about Bernie for a second, he's the guy who's recognizes, yeah, there's 50 billionaires now who own, like the top 98% of all wealth in the country is localized with just a small group of people, and other
Well, that's the
people,
0.01%. The scary thing
right?
is if you switch your perspective, you'll see that you and I are in the 1% and that the majority of the population, like they're not worried about the billionaires. If they had a quarter of what you have, they'd be living a completely different life. So there's this disparagement for the billionaires for sure. They have all the money, but we still have money too. And if you can fly and go on trips and get hotel rooms and eat 3 meals a day and raise your family, like the majority of the world is just absolutely incapable of doing that. There's billions of people living in beyond poverty. There's people starving to death, like 30,000 of them every single day.
Right,
Like they're
right.
not worried about the billionaires. They're not like protesting the billionaires. They're like, we just want to eat food.
Yeah. No, it's uh, yeah, and it's crazy because not to get political or anything like that, but in today, what's going on today, the U.S. used to again provide a lot of aid to uh, uh, countries where there's starvation and there's all kinds of disease, and I think now that
More for war.
yeah,
They used to give
exact
money for war. That's like that's why when they pulled
exactly,
out of the UN or whatever group it is that they pulled out of recently, like without the US's money, we're in the same boat. Canada without the US's money, and I think it was around 200 billion a year that the US would go into deficit with Canada as a trade partner, will collapse without that money. Like
yeah,
we have to find it from somewhere else. And right now, guess where we're going to find it? China.
China,
Yeah, we're
yeah,
making all these deals with China while we send billions of dollars to the Ukraine to fight Russia. We're making deals with China, who are partnered up with Russia. So politics make no sense to me. I digress. Let's smoke a bowl because hash, I get hash.
yeah.
I understand it. It's like I understand it. It's clear to me. And the other thing when I talk about hash that I find is that when I'm done talking about hash, no one's upset with one another. You know what I mean? Because it's like, holy shit. I live in a very politically charged village, not like world politics, but like small village politics, very small politics, right? It's like our local mayor and the councilors and whatever. And we've had this division going on probably just around COVID that we split into these two very divisive groups. And I never paid any attention to it. And because of it, I was super happy. And just for a short period of time, I thought I'd put my hat in the ring and I try to talk calmly with both sides and kind of try to figure it out. Dude, it's completely undoable. Politics are almost just there to divide people who will never agree with one another. So I just focus on hash. That's what I focus on. How's it going, dude? I'm good. What's going on? What are you doing? You're working right now? Okay, awesome. Well, nice to meet you, dude. I'm Marcus. I'm running a podcast right now. So
Come be
you
a
are the
guest on
manager at
Hash
Greta
Church.
YVR. Yeah, so come down and check it out. Come hook up with Josh and check out the arcade. Yeah, you guys are. It's crazy in here, dude. Fucking hey, I could tell that guy was working. He looked like he had like the George Costanza furrowed brow. You know when you're working, or you want to look like you're working.
So, is there a pinball wizard in this arcade?
Oh, there has to be pinball. Oh, let me see here. Let me see. Let me see. Let me just walk over here for half a second. So there's the WrestleMania, Star Wars The Mandalorian, and Godzilla are three pinball machines that are right here. But I'm certain there are other pinball machines as well. All right, it's time for rep. Let us have a rip. Let us have a rip. I don't think Colin made it.
No,
He
he
was
never
like,
did.
I'm going to ask him if he's coming. Caleb never made it either.
Yeah, what up with that?
Hey, man, you know what? It's funny when I get here with like 3 bags by myself on my phone, streaming Hash Church live, go through everything, set up the computer. I was able to make it. But then again, my desire and my absolute psychoticness to make sure Hash Church happens every single Sunday is probably it's probably an illness. You know what I'm saying?
Not an illness, just a commitment. There's a difference, right?
Oh, the Pinball Wizard. Yeah, I've heard about him. Have you ever heard of that Deaf, Dumb, and Blind kid? Someone asked in chat, so I said, absolutely. I used to fucking love that song, and I was not a huge fan of The Who. I was much more like Sabbath and Zeppelin and these sort of like deeper, darker sort of rock and rolls that I kind of got into. Cream from like the 60s, Eric Clapton, but not so much The Who. That being said, I fucking love the Pinball Wizard song. It was just so good. It is just so good.
Well, did you see the movie? I mean, the
Of
movie
course.
is just. I saw that movie and it gave me nightmares. The whole Acid Queen and yeah, the whole thing, the imagery around the war and everything like that. I mean, also like the Wall, right? So
The Wall, dude.
Wall came out after Tommy, but I
Bro.
think the Wall reminded me a lot the same. It scared me in the same way, you know, that Tommy did. You know.
Totally. Yeah, there was once again a massive darkness to it, right?
Yeah.
It was dark. Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. And then now you're a teacher, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah. Right.
What the fuck, Dr. Marcus?
Yeah, but
Because times change.
the whole Nazism, and I'm sure you've seen. I mean, Roger Waters is very politically outspoken. He
Hugely
sometimes.
politically outspoken. It's a bummer. To be honest, it's a bummer because I feel that sometimes it ruins his message.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
does. He just comes across as a huge dick. And it's like, look, we're all allowed to have our opinions, and opinions are great. When opinions cease to be great is when you frame them in a way that's almost like, well, it's like, I mean, the two worst ones, right? Like in the conspiracy folks, they called us conspiracists because that is the greatest way to dismiss a person. And another great way the highest ways to dismiss a person is to call them a pedophile or to call them, what's the other one? These are like the highest levels. And it's like, dude, when I was a kid, like you couldn't even call someone a rat unless you had like serious proof that they did such a thing. But nowadays, oh, Nazi's the other one. Everyone's a Nazi. It's like in the meantime, if you were there and witnessed what the Nazis did, like like you would not be calling people unless they were actual fucking Nazis killing and murdering people in the streets,
Right.
Nazis. Because someone called me a Nazi the other day. It's like, really? I'm a Nazi? It's like, holy shit, dude. For what? Loving hash? Anyway, I digress. Back to hashish. That was a delicious bowl. I hope that guy comes back here so I can do a little quick interview with him in the near future. I don't know how much longer I'll rock this, Dr. Mark. We
Yep.
really only have to do it till around 11, but I'd love to get to 12. I would. I will say this about Roger Waters. Although his politics is like, it feels like fingernails on the chalkboard, I do love his music and his concert. And when I went and saw The Wall twice, it was one of the single greatest concerts I have ever seen in my life. In fact,
Wow.
I walked out of there saying, that's not a concert. That's like a spectacle. It's like some other thing, right? It's something completely different than a concert. Like, because holy shit, with the like 100-foot wall that they build on the stage with the
Right.
last brick that goes in, the light shining out, the level of artistry in that show, I can only hope that he does it again, and that for the people that never saw it, make sure you go and see it because it is on another fucking level.
Yeah.
What? Why won't they let him in? Does he have a ticket? Okay, just a second. My buddy Chase stuck out front and they're not letting him in. So I got to figure this out. I got to figure it out. Tuesday, 10:39. Okay, I just got that message. They won't let him in for hash up. Can you send someone out to grab him? Okay, let's figure this out. Here's Colin at the skate park. Nice. That's what's up. Roger Waters politics. What are we making sure that door just stays closed? I can make sure. I'm standing here the whole time. I'm going to be here the whole time. I'm running a podcast. You want me to keep people from coming in that door? Perfect. All right. I'm just trying to be supportive. Can you go outside, Johnny B? Hey, can you go outside and grab Che from Rosebud's got the beard and the bald head? Yeah. They won't let him in. If he needs a ticket, I have an extra one. Sorry about that, Dr. Mark.
Oh, no worries.
Dude, hash church in it at the Heady Happenings. So this is a very much like a Legends event, although he's kind of expanded it, since starting it. And he does kind of multiple days. A couple days ago at Rubicon Organics, he did like a hash, like little sort of show where they brought, I think Low Temp was there. Last year it was Whistler Technologies, Low Temp, and Hashtag, and we all kind of ran head to head with our pieces of equipment. This year, I believe he just had a couple of like pieces of equipment, but they did a little seminar, and it was great. It was good. So now this is like 3 days or 2 days later. So yesterday was a day between the hash seminar. Today now is I guess there's a competition as well. It's like a Cannabis Cup type thing. So today is the announcement of those winners. I mean, listen, these events, I believe people would show up for a dinner, but nothing shows people up and sponsors and the whole money entity of this community comes out when there's a contest. If you have a contest, they let you in. That's what's up, brother. How you doing? Oh, good to see you too, brother. All right, Che's in the house. Che runs a beautiful living soil organic garden farm called Rosebud, and he's very close to the border, and he's in the Kootenays, which is, of course, we've spoken about it before. The Kootenays is this crazy place that just all these expats, really draft dodgers from California and the U.S. jumped up to the Kootenays, and they were a big part. I mean, you can go back in the history and the Doukhobors and all of that, but these draft dodgers, man, I swear to God, they brought the herb culture to fucking the Kootenays. And so that's where Che's at. I'm going to give him one of these, and we're going to have a little conversation. All right, you can put this on. It's very quiet. It'll go in your left ear. It's very quiet. Dr. Mark doesn't have a very loud microphone, but Colin's coming in as well. And then I got this mic for both of us, so we can just talk into this little one. So yeah, dude, how are you doing? Yeah? Yeah, the farm's going good. The family's going good. Dude, you're living the dream. When you think about it, it's like, what do you need that you don't have currently? Yeah. What's up, Colin? Che's just joining us. I'm here at Heady Happenings. Let us know if we're being too quiet or if you can hear us equal. I was going to get Che just to talk a little bit about his scenario that he's got going on with Rosebud, because you're in the legal market here in Canada.
We actually had a nursery license in and then outdoor.
Oh, we can't hear him. Here.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. It'll be you and I talking. As long as you're talking into that, we should be able. As long as maybe talk a little louder too. But they should hear us. Let me make sure I'm on the right microphone and that it's not that it hasn't added. Okay, so Marcus, yeah, look. Raspberry.
There we go. How about that now, guys?
Is Raspberry the one?
Are we better?
Good. Yes.
Oh, sorry, guys. This
Right
fucking computer. Okay, so Che, good friend of mine from the Kootenays. I just wanted him to tell you a little bit about himself. He's been on Hash Church before, but just tell the audience a little bit about Rosebud, how it came to be, and where you guys are at with it right now.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for the intro.
Give me some jars so I can get high off your shit.
Yeah.
Okay, dude.
Crack that. I got special stuff for you here.
I asked him, this is the Kootenays right here, dude. This is how fucking ridiculous the Kootenays are. I asked him for a jar, and he shows me like a cooler that fits 24 beers.
Well, I left a big jar in the truck. I didn't think it was appropriate. But to play off the draft dodger thing, yeah, it is really a big part of the Kootenays. It's a really big part of the culture and the economy. I mean, besides Humboldt, I think maybe more than anywhere else. My dad was a grower. I used to get the trimmings from him. That was the deal. If I helped him trim, I'd get the trimmings, and then I turned it into hash.
Dude,
and then
I didn't know that. What year?
Honey oil. Oh, I don't know. I was 13, so I'm 47 now.
This is the Kootenays for you. When he
ago.
says he was 13, he is telling the truth, dude. In the Kootenays in the 90s, there were 13. I think there were even 12-year-old kids with pagers that would like find you if you were like the American dudes walking around town and literally bring you back and basically broker these deals.
Yeah, it's a big part of the Kootenays for sure. So that was my start. And then, the first time I consumed cannabis, what it did to me, I realized how powerful of a medicine it was, and more than a physical medicine, but a mental medicine as well. And that's when I knew it was something I wanted to spend my life with and be a part of. And so I transitioned from the old legacy ways to license in 2019. I thought, I finally get an opportunity to do what I love to do without having to look over my shoulder. And don't get me wrong, I mean, it's a long time ago, but I did enjoy those sort of like ninja days. It was exciting, but as you get a little older, it's also nice to not have to worry about the possible consequences of that.
Especially when you bring children into the world.
Yeah, and a family, and
Maybe
it's
you
like,
have different responsibilities, right? It doesn't mean you have
That's
to
it.
leave cannabis behind, but you could certainly leave the parts behind that don't bring something positive to the table for your family. You know, risk versus reward.
That's it. Exactly. Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth, looking at the risk versus the reward. Totally. So we transitioned to the license side. We're a standard outdoor. We started off with 1 acre of canopy. I'm friends with DEM. I'm a student of DEM. They taught me a lot. So is Marcus and Hash Church over the days. It's pretty cool to actually be here full circle, hanging out with the people that I learned so much from before we ever knew each other. So I'm grateful for that. So we do regeneratives, like no synthetics at all. We sort of grow the way nature grows with diversity, really. Natural amendments. We try to do no till. If we do till, it's just the top little bit. And then the genetics, we work with our community. I got a lot of genetics from my father that I've worked to over the years, and so we try to do a lot of our own stuff. And then live rosin is our specialty. Really, we got some products here in BC, some in Australia, and we're just poking the door into some of the European countries as well.
Look at you, dude. Internationally growing herbs and shipping it around the world. What's up?
Sorry to interrupt.
No worries, dude.
I would love to show you to your booth.
Oh, I have a booth.
Yeah, you look whole like
Is
a
it,
tape.
is it as quiet as this?
I'll show you, and if you want to
Yeah.
go there, or you're welcome to stay
Okay,
here.
I'll be right
Whatever's best
back. I'll let Che continue to tell his story. You can have that in your ear as well. Check it out.
for you.
Cool. And so one of the things we do is the Rosebud Bowl, also known as the Unicorn Cup. That started as a legacy thing. We'd gather some of the best guys in the CUNYs, show up with their jar, jar 1, jar 2, all blind. And we'd sit around, we get 20 minutes with each jar. And then, we'd highlight some of the best product in the region. And then really beyond that, we talk about why is it the best product and try to share that knowledge with the people there, the genetics, the production methods. The point is to like try and help each other, and it's something that we did in the old days, is camaraderie in this community, and you're just there for each other. And that's another big reason that we put this event on, to keep that culture and that spirit and camaraderie, that celebration of the plant, and also embrace the new culture, because things change. That's something that we can't avoid, but it's great to create a space to bring us all together and that type of environment. We're also the first legal cannabis cup in Canada, meaning that like LPs and micros enter. And so, we're in our 8th year this year. It's on our grateful to have this property, 160 acres on a sort of a private lake near Nelson, near Shambhala. And we leverage some of the talent at Shambhala and sound equipment to put up a pretty cool stage and bring in artists from all over the world and musicians and really celebrate this plant and this culture. So it's something that I'm really looking forward to this year, second week in August.
So he wants me to move.
How cool.
So I just gotta move.
Sounds like we're moving
I
here.
have 10 minutes.
You're
I have
moving?
10 minutes to move. We're gonna keep everything going, but he wants me to move. So it is definitely what I'm gonna do. Gotta respect the request. We got a nice booth. I think the music's gonna end up being a little bit louder. I'm not too sure. It looks like Colin's at the skate park there. That's pretty awesome. You told him a little bit about Rosebud?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hey,
Let me help carry some.
can I give you a spoon?
I love spoons.
Yeah, look at this. This is a Press Club giant hash spoon.
Oh.
Yeah, and seeing as you were really kind of my first interview, I was like, fuck, here you go, sir. From the Press Club. Actually, here, take a set of these double bagged bags from the Press Club as well. There's no blowouts, already doubled.
Yeah, I've heard about these, but I haven't used them yet.
Well, from the Press Club to Che at Rosebud, they're happy to have you have those, and they're just fucking awesome people, dude.
Thank you very much.
Super good folks. And then, yeah, if you want to continue, we can go sit over there, or if you got stuff to do, you can meet up with me in a bit.
No, I'm looking forward to hanging out. Let me know if I can help.
Let's go
here.
sit. He's given us like the best seat in the house, so we might as well go use it, right, guys?
Yep.
Right, Governor?
I think I'm the only one. Oh no, Colin's there. But
Colin's there,
off,
but no, I was talking to you.
he's off camera.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get over. We're sitting at the mothership table.
All right.
Apparently so. He's like, I put you at the mothership table because I figured you'd want to be there. I'm like, dude, I was actually pretty good right here in the corner hiding one, but you know what? Let's do this. This should be fun as well. All right, now I got that finished in there. I'll leave those there. And we'll just we will make our way. Hash Church on the go. Dude, you ever see that guy in New York who has the full like producers, like keyboard? I think his name's Ari. He does like beats on point, like piano, all attached to him, and he walks around with it. It's fucking sick. No. Oh, we got the whole scene here. All right, so this is our seat right here. So pretty good little spot he's got us in. Maybe we'll do the stand thing. Maybe we'll do the sit thing. I don't know. Sitting's good, actually. Oh, how you doing, Colin? What's going on, buddy? Oh, he's muted.
I'm doing good. I'm at the skate park. I didn't admittedly
That's
get
awesome.
an email, so I was like, ooh, well, I guess maybe we're not doing it today. And
Every day we're doing it. If you don't get the email, it's because I am a stoner.
so I was like, look, let's just get everybody to go to the skate park.
Turn your phone sideways. See if it like shows the whole screen. Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Show
let
me
me
that
flip it
skate park
around.
again. Yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? That looks awesome, bro.
Nice little park.
Oh my god, dude. I would have died as a kid to have that. You gonna come sit down?
Yeah. Say that again.
I said I would have died as a kid to have that.
I know. Here, I'll give you guys a little tour. Skate around
funny that
together.
We're all at these
Sure.
loud places today for half time. Not generally something. Ooh, what do you got there? Guava gas. Do you guys like guava gas? Dr. Mark, are you a fan of the guava gas?
Baller jar for sure. Yes, I'll take
No,
Look
no,
it.
at
no.
that.
This is a baller kootenai jar. This is a trick. Huh?
Yeah, I'll take
It was.
some.
I know. Look, isn't that funny though? It looks like such a baller jar, but it's like just the edge, like it's been sitting
It's
like
full,
this.
but it's not. Yeah.
Dude, but it's nice, bro. Oh my god. It is fucking nice, bro. I like the guava gas. What else we got? PPF?
Yeah, that's sangria. That's actually
Sangria.
something.
Oh, I like this one a lot. This one is the sangria.
Oh,
And
gosh.
yeah, I had a big jar of this. Jay was generous and sent
Looks
me a
like
big
peanut
fat jar.
butter.
It looks like peanut butter, bro. Holy shit. You know, you gotta like meet and hang out with Che too. Like his vibe is just like the polar opposite of my vibe. Like it's just relaxed and calm, and it's like it translates in his resin. So that's why I smoke. I don't need to be smoking like resin that's like methamphetamines. I want a nice like I want that warm hug rip. What else you got though?
Oh, like grandma's stew or something.
Grandma's stew. Exactly. Yeah, dude.
Just bone broth.
It's not just bone broth. I like that.
This is actually when I entered in Heady Happenings. It's not.
So what is it?
Or you, we haven't named it. It's my own genetics.
We haven't named it yet.
3 years in the making. It comes from the Chem lineage.
3 years in the making from the Chem lineage. Here,
Wow.
let's get this over here. So what exactly is it?
Well, okay, it's my Sarah's Secret, which is a BC.
Oh, this is Sarah's secret.
No. It's a, it's a
Okay.
mix. It's the BC guava gas, so Sarah's Secret, crossed with Killer Kush. And then I took a male from that and I put it on Dynachem. And Dynachem is Chem 91 and Guava OG.
Jesus Christ.
Then I phenoed that. So this is our early finisher. This finishes September outdoors.
Oh wow.
We're straight outdoors.
Super important.
It is where we are.
It's
yeah.
like it's a must.
October's risky, and the rains come and it's just not ideal. So everything we grow pretty much finishes in September. So it's interesting though, it's carried straight chem fuel flavors on the smoke. But until you turn it into a rosin, you don't actually notice the subtle, so this actually carried through like coffee, maple, latte, spice, some smoke, and really interesting flavors, but it didn't carry over much of that straight chem fuel. So like the rosin almost needs a different name than the flower. It's really interesting how that happens.
Yeah.
There's so many fruits, and I love the fruit, the OG, the papayas, the bananas. It's great, but I wanted to enter something different. You know, I may have things that look a little bit whiter and
You can join us, Johnny B.
but I really wanted to put something different out, something that was unique.
Well, you did it, dude. I mean, this is beautiful. Absolutely lovely. It's interesting when you don't grow with the knowledge that it doesn't matter if it gets rainy and we get some mold because we're just going to send it to get irradiated. When you don't accept the irradiation aspect, you really pay attention to what you grow and how you grow it. And like I said, the Kootenays, you know, do some Googling research if you've never heard of it in Canada. It is definitely the sort of pinnacle of outdoor cannabis growing. No one took it more serious. No one did it more guerrilla style. I mean, like I said, in the 90s, this is a place that was doing roadblocks on the side of the highway, looking for gardening supplies, not even looking for plants. They were looking for shovels, pots, dirt, tarps, all the shit that you would grow with. And if you had that in the back of your car, telling you, they were writing your license plate down and paying attention to you suddenly. So it was that was wild to me when I first saw that.
Dude, they'd set up at the bottom of logging roads.
I know.
Right. And then so you come down the logging road with, you know, whatever it is you're coming down with, and then there they are. Checks up right there.
Hey, how's it going?
So then, you know, not me, I had nothing to do with any of this, but so I heard people would get on radios, and that's when radios started to become popular. Like, yeah, it might be a good time to pull over for a nap. And you know, and that was part of the excitement back in those days, right? Is like the ninja. It's like sneaking around and being smart and methodical, and you know, and we weren't doing anything wrong. This is a plant that heals people, right? We were doing what we believed
You were doing
in.
the opposite of wrong.
Yeah, that's how.
Fighting the pharma, the alcohol, like massive corporations that were basically like causing pain and anguish on a level that people just have no idea the true level of suffering that some of these big businesses have produced in the world, from the sugar industry to the tobacco industry. I mean, it's amazing that we're not calling people who own tobacco companies Nazis, because they literally have the numbers, right? They're killing what, like 500,000 people a year in just the US? I think it's 6 million people worldwide. You know, and that's so pharma, alcohol, and tobacco. You put those three together and you see the amount of annual deaths that are coming from that. And we didn't know it back in the day, but that's what we were fighting. That's what we were sort of, because people, when they suddenly have access to something like this, they literally might not grab the Xanax or have the whiskey or do the whatever. Oh, we got an announcement. Why don't you talk, Dr. Mark? I'm going to pause this. Mute it.
Okay. What do you guys want to talk about? All right. That sure was tasty looking hash that Marcus showed us. Let's see. Anybody look at that paper yet? Lots of crazy shit going on. All right. Let's see. What could we talk about? Let's see. Is Colin there? No, Colin's not there. It's just me. Okay. So, what are we going to talk about?
Hey, guess what? He's done making the announcement, and you don't have to talk now. But I'm telling you, that's going to be a short, Dr. Mark. That you. Whoa, what paper should we? Oh, fuck! It's something else to be put on a whim, isn't it? Right in the moment. Anyway.
Yeah.
Shay really liked what I had said there, and he wanted to get more into the elaboration of what we were doing back in the day, growing weed under prohibition, and how we were fighting. So go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I think it's important to important part of this culture and the history is this collaboration thing I mentioned earlier, right? And so we're helping people. We still are. My old man used to turn like 15-20% of the crop into medicine. You know, a lot of Phoenix tears. We were doing Phoenix tears with grain alcohol back in those days, and we go around and hand them out to cancer patients. And you know, it wasn't always about the money. You know, it was actually about doing some good in the world and helping your neighbor in this community. Something else that would happen, and you know, you guys from the old days, you know about this. Your friend and your neighbor called you at midnight and said, "Hey, man, something just happening. I'm worried. I think I got to clean out my house. Can you come help?" We'd all show up. The whole community would show up. We'd help unload everything, get it in the back of the trucks, get it moved. Next morning, whatever happened, and there was no problem. You know, we'd all chip in. like really be there for each other. And it went both ways, you know, and then there's this other model, and corporate is something Mark just touched on there. And, you know, I don't hate the play or hate the game. Like, I mean, we need elk and buffalo and we need all the diversity, but it's just a lot different approach than how we used to and still do approach things, you know. And in that model, if you see the neighbor in trouble, you might think, oh, maybe we can buy the neighbor's farm cheap after something goes down tomorrow. And it's a totally opposite. And so it's really important to me to continue that camaraderie and that culture and create a space for that to continue on. So I just wanted to add that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, dude. Very true. Got a whole conscious vibe in the Kootenays going on. It's part of why British Columbia is such a weed oriented province. You know, people always came to Vancouver to buy the weed, but so much of it was grown in the Kootenays, right? That 8 to 10 hour drive or 5 to 10 hour drive, depending on where you were, to get your flower to Vancouver was a whole other logistic and experience. Especially when, I will be honest, most of us were wearing our stereotype on us. And it was obvious. Like when I look back now, like in Vancouver in the 90s, there were just a ton of dudes in tracksuits with fucking backpacks, brand new trucks, you know, cruising around Vancouver. And those were all brokers. And it wasn't hard to recognize them. I'd see them out on the street and be like, dude, that guy totally looks. I remember I had a penthouse apartment and we had a camera in the elevator and I'd keep that camera on my TV all the time. And there was a dude that came up and down, and he was red tracksuits, boxes and bags all the time, totes. And I finally just pulled him aside one day and I was like, dude, what, like, are you? And we ended up meeting that way and ended up doing business that way. And I just thought, holy fuck, like we are so obvious. You know, like if someone really wanted to figure it out back then, it's not like we were, like, I don't think we really were ninjas. Do you know what I mean? Like we're trying to be ninjas, but we weren't ninjas, dude. We were just weed people that were like learning from our mistakes. And you were, depending on how aware you were, it would force you into making sure you followed very simple or very specific logistics in order to buffer you and protect you, like a radio and napping while they're at the bottom of the road, right? That's the kind of logistics that gets, you know, how do you think that comes up? Do you think someone just thought of that or do you think someone got busted first?
Yeah, first.
They got busted first. That's how we learn, unfortunately.
There was a problem and then we needed to find a solution.
Exactly. Oh, just crazy. Crazy. Just got the skate going on in the background, dude. That is so awesome. Hoping on bringing a few more people over and getting a couple brands to break it down. Although it just opened 3 minutes ago, so actually good timing to be able to do Hash Church for a couple hours here before really anyone gets here. This is all just people, I guess, that are working right now. But I saw Sarah, 420 Sarah Jane. She's around the corner. I feel like John Hatch from Hatch Hash is going to be in here today, so maybe he'll bring some full melts and we'll check that out. It will get louder and louder in here, and at which point, if you, the audience who are watching, can just let me know, hey, it's unlistenable, I'll just shut it down once it gets to that point. We've definitely got big speakers facing us right now.
I think Matt and Kurt, Great Gardner, are going to be here.
Okay, yeah, I think I saw that actually. So that's super cool. So then you've entered the contest here. Have you entered the contest here before?
No, this is my first time.
Okay, so you have no real, you know, it gets announced today though.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I've been here before and enjoyed it before. This is the first time that I've entered anything.
Okay, excellent. Did you talk a little bit about the Unicorn Cup, your cup in general, the party, the cup? And have you mentioned that at all? Because Che threw this incredible party in the Kootenays. I only went a couple years. It was called the Unicorn Cup. There was all sorts of logistics, so names got switched and moved and separated. I can let him mention it, but it was special. It was really one of those like high integrity, probably low profit, because the high integrity things are always like incredible. Like it's the thing that you just like, I want to do this every year, but you're like, fuck, I bet you will only get like a few more years because it's like someone has to fund this and it is expensive and it is beautiful. It's this lake and his mom property, and I'll let you talk about it a bit.
Yeah, well, it's like something we're really passionate about, and you're right, there's not profits in it. But you know, again, it's not always about profit, right? And wealth comes in different forms. And to put on such a cool event and have so many people stoked about it and see this culture thrive. And that's very valuable. There's a lot of wealth in that, and that fills us up the inside too. So, something that we plan to continue to build. And I think it's important that we do. I like to see more events like this happen, that really embrace the culture. And again, it goes back to like supporting each other with evolving production methods and processing methods, and try to just keep on the front line, keep ahead of the curve to help our whole community.
I met these folks, this shirt that I'm wearing. I met these folks in Colorado. Super trippy experience. Let me make sure we're still on, and let me make sure that our audio didn't switch just there, because it may have. Yeah, it did. Speaker, raspberry. There we go. No, we don't want the speaker. We want the microphone. Jesus Louise. Okay, so that we can do AirPods Pros. The microphone's the raspberry. Okay. So this guy, check this farm out. No regrets. Ooh, right? Remember that tattoo guy?
No regrets.
The no regrets guy, but he spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
So I met these people, James and his lovely wife, and I didn't meet his son, but he sent me a cute little video of his son shouting my son out on the ski hill. And so this guy reached out to me in Colorado recently, totally out of the blue. He's like, "Oh, I heard you're in Colorado. If you're around, hit me up." And I'm like, "Dude, like, Colorado's big. I'm driving 3 hours this way, 4 hours that way. Like, I doubt I'm going to be able to bump into you." So we go and drive to this greenhouse that we're potentially partnering up with. We're buying a lot of material, beautiful greenhouse. This guy does a greenhouse in DWC, like bubbler buckets, like 12-gallon bubbler buckets. It's super trippy. It's super great guy. You'd love to talk to this guy, Aaron. Shout out to Aaron. Anyway, Aaron's got this place. We go and visit him. We do a tour. It's about an hour and a half. We're about to leave and go drive a little closer to the New Mexican border. And I hit this guy up. I'm like, "Hey, if you want to send me your address, if it's between where I'm going and where I am, I'll stop by." I hit his address in, and it shows up walking instead of a car, and it says 2 minutes. Nice. And he's 1.5 properties over from the property that I'm on, dude. And what a great group of people. No Regrets Gardens is their name. I just thought it was great. I wanted to wear it and shout those guys out today. Super good people, man. I'm telling you, like, if you've never been, you should go to Colorado, dude.
Yeah.
It's like their scene is monstrous. Like their scene is like, I feel like it's like 50 times bigger than the scene we have going in Vancouver, right?
Yeah, right on. I've been hearing you guys talk about it. I got to do the same thing that you just did and get my $1,000 money grab to do. But it's something.
It's more than that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you do the $1,000 waiver, you have to do it by yourself. You have to get all the data. You have to fill it all out, and then you have to send it to Homeland Security.
Right.
If you spend the $5,000, a lawyer will do it all for you. And the big deal is this: if you make a mistake, Homeland Security won't tell you for 11 months. Then they'll just tell you have to start over again. And so I couldn't go through with that. So I know people that have done it themselves and they've succeeded. If you want my lawyer's number, you let me know. He's a great guy. And the beautiful thing about that is he'll keep all of your material on file. And then in a year when it expires, he'll do it all again for you for $500. And it'll probably be a 5-year. So someone just put a jar down. Not sure if you saw that. Oh my God. What is that? Congolese? Like some sort of sativa? I think it's the Congolese, buddy. Yeah. I think we just had Congo dropped off. That was Hash, by the way, not just somebody. So, all right, we got to have a hit of that, right?
Yeah, I'd definitely like to go check out the scene.
Go check out the scene. Send someone over if you bump into anyone.
Last episode there hit close to home with Eric Ward and that crew.
Hell yeah.
Of course, Crystal, my partner, and she came from that scene. She was part of Nectars and Noel and Eric Ward. They were all close and working together back in the day. So it's really cool to hear him on there, hear his stories, and put a name to the face.
Yeah. No, what a great dude, man.
Yeah.
Like such a kind, humble dude. Like just love to have that guy on a lot more, to be honest. He's definitely one of the good ones.
That's what I love about your show. You bring these people that are like at the A game. They're at the, they're the ones evolving the industry and finding new techniques and methods. And that's the excitement. That's the front line. That's where I can't turn away. I'm glued, ears wide open.
I'm not too different, man. You know, that's why I do what I do. I love bringing people together. It's definitely way more interesting for the audience to hear from different people. That's what they want. They want to get their finger on the pulse. And so Feel Hash Church is just sort of like, at this point in time, it's a responsibility I have to the community because there really is nothing else like it. And so it's just a good thing. We're recording all of these and they're going to be there forever and they're just accessible. And I look forward to, 20 years from now, going back and watching some of these videos. That's crazy.
Where were we?
Yeah, like I bet you your dad wishes. We grew up in a different generation and cameras were the last thing he would have wanted around. Had it been legal at this time in his life, would he be able to go back right now and show you videos of him at 20 and 30 years old? And like, it's what I was doing, dude. Like, I know you remember because you were a kid, but check it out with an adult mind. We perceive things differently when we're children, and that's why my generation in particular, the 70s, I don't have a lot of video of myself. If I see video of myself, it's super fucking trippy. Like super trippy. All right, we're gonna hit this. Rosin sucks, eh? Well, I'm about to suck rosin. How about that? I'm gonna suck this bowl of rosin down. This is like Congolese for sure. Have you seen the link? Yeah.
No, I haven't.
So the link just is the new Puffco.
Yeah.
It attaches right here, just snaps in. You put the bowl here, the atomizer, and then you just basically use it like a Puffco, except you use it with a rig.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Fucking cool little unit. Look at that. Got a 14 and a 10. Oh, this guy's hilarious. We got a troll. All right. Bingo, you know what to do. Mids boof. Dude, Congolese live hash rosin, probably grown in living soil, but it's mids boof.
I don't know.
I don't know either, dude. I think I'm gonna take a chance, bro.
Yeah, it's worth the risk.
I think I'm gonna take a chance. Yeah, exactly. 2,500 a cut is not only greed, it's a scam. Well, only if you pay it and you didn't want to. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that paid $2,500 for a cut and didn't feel scammed. I personally wouldn't pay it, and I wouldn't. I've given away so many cuts. I don't think I've never charged for a cut in my entire life. Have you?
I don't think so. Yeah.
No. Seems like a strange thing to do, actually.
Definitely been given a lot of really amazing stuff, and happy to give a lot of stuff away too. It's how you keep it going, Kevin Jodry told me one time, I'm like, man, I'm a little bit protective of this one because I put so much work into it. It's actually the VC guava gas. And he's like, don't do that, man. Let it out. So they're already working on the next thing. And he's like, he's right. Yeah, like free to weed. Like, does the plant want me to try and hoard it? No, it wants to go out to the people. That's its mission. It wants to get into the heads and the minds and the souls of the people. So let it go.
I agree, dude. I couldn't have said it better. I always tell people to give your most precious things out. Now, you're some company that spent a ton of money breeding a specific cultivar, and you've already got redundancies in place with liquid nitrogen and tissue culture, and you have shareholders and this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, then keep your genetics for your particular company. But for the rest of us, for the majority of us, there's just not, it's always going to be beneficial for you to share out, especially back in the day, because people were getting busted. People were getting, there it is. People were getting busted. Their crops were getting destroyed by mildew and bugs and pestilence and all of those sort of things. You're looking to have a fallback. Like, oh, I used to have it. You don't know how many friends do you have with that story? Oh, I can't believe I lost it. It's like, I can. You didn't give it to anyone. Fuck, like, what were you thinking?
Yeah, but I got a lot of friends too that are in the other situation. Like, man, am I ever glad that I
Exactly,
I did it with my guava gas. I lost it. I went to my community and got it back. So it would have like bit me in the ass if I wouldn't have been generous with it. Would have only hurt me.
Yeah, exactly. So I always was very generous. I mean, keep in mind, like, I was generous with cuts that were given to me. They weren't, I wasn't the owner of them necessarily. I didn't do any of the breeding or any of that. But when people would tell me, I'll give you the cut, but you can't give it to anyone, first thing out of my mouth would be like, oh, dude, don't give it to me then, because I'm definitely giving it to everyone. How's it going? Mothership? Yeah, come hang out with us for sure. This is like the mothership. I can move that. And they... Awesome. Are you guys with Mothership? Okay, right on. I thought so. Mothership in the haze. I'm Bubble Man. Kelsey, nice to meet you. This is Che. Tim, nice to meet you, Tim. This is Che from Rosebud Garden. Yeah, he's got some beautiful roses.
We're bringing your rock to the border.
Well, we have it here for you.
I like it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Could you imagine if he said no?
I know, right?
What are you thinking? That's because you're polite. But still, if he said no, you'd walk away and be like, what a dick.
Quietly.
Beautiful jars out on the table. But I don't want you smelling my jars. I prefer those terps in my lungs. That would be the dick thing to say. Anyway, nice folks. The good old Mothership folks are here. You didn't need to. That would be like bringing sand to a beach. Yeah, and don't bother. Your ability to come over the border should outweigh your ability to want to bring something over the border. Yeah, verbatim. What a stupid fucking thing to do.
Yeah.
And then just you're young too. You wouldn't be able to come here for like as long as I didn't get to go down there. Guess how long it was?
20 years.
28. I just started going in December this last year for the first time in 20. Oh. Yeah, that's doesn't matter. 100 years. You've got to get a waiver. This is the reality. If you get busted with a DUI on either side of the US-Canada border, it doesn't matter if it's cannabis or alcohol or whatever it is, you are not getting in to the country without a waiver. And so it's a pretty big thing. They do big money grab, but I'm happy to be a part of it. Yeah, me neither, Nico. Me neither. Me neither. So what do you guys do at Mothership?
Little this, little that.
Here, let's introduce these guys. You guys got the mic? Oh, you're on the podcast. You gotta say hi. It's just hash turn.
Hello.
So what's your name again?
My name is Kelsey.
Kelsey and
I'm Tim.
Right. So these guys are with Mothership. They're totally uncomfortable. I put them right on the spot. There's only like 25,000 people watching. It's super chill. I'm joking. There's probably like 300. It's not a big group. However, thousands will see it. And this is your friend as well? Awesome. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Sarah. I'm Marcus. Yeah, you as well. Sarah's kind of off camera. You can't really see her, but we're sharing the booth here with Sarah and the Mothership crew here at the Heady Happenings. We're probably not going to do much longer because it is loud in here. And I'm sure I'm getting copyright struck like 1,000 times just on this video alone because I'm playing music like nonstop. It's like, that's how it gets you. I live streamed my mentor's celebration of life, Skunkman Sam. He passed away last year. And so I went to Amsterdam for his celebration of life. But prior to that, we did another celebration of life in Santa Cruz, California. Maybe it wasn't in Santa Cruz. Anyway, in California, they did a big one. I streamed the whole thing. And they were just playing his music like the whole time. And I was like, I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm streaming this. I wanted people to be able to see it. He was a very public dude in the cannabis world towards the end. Very private in the early days. I don't know if you guys know much about Skunkman Sam. He's a legend. You know how everyone just throws the word legend around? It sticks with him. It legitimately sticks. So shout out to Skunkman Sam wherever he is. Sorry to put you guys on the spot like that. That's awesome. What's that?
I miss seeing him on Hash Church.
Oh, dude.
Need his mascot on that.
Dude, are you kidding me, man? I completely miss seeing him on Hash Church. Yeah, we'll dab you up. We'll dab up the Mothership crew. That was really nice. Do you want to hit that? Yeah, so let's load it up. Load yourself a little dab into here. Here, 1 second. Let me do this a little. I've got my restriction on with the wire, the cable, so we can unrestrict it. Make it much.
This brings me back. I used to live in Roberts Creek.
Oh yeah, that's another great spot. Roberts Creek on the Sunshine Coast in British Columbia. And so what about Roberts Creek?
Well, just this profile brings me back.
Of course it does.
Please.
Because that is probably where that came from, which is like high integrity, or heavenly days.
Yeah.
I mix them up all the time. It probably came from that, and they were on the Sunshine Coast for quite a while as well. So both of these, you called it. It is Roberts Creek. So we'll get you a nice little dab. All right, she's lit. It'll vibrate when it's, I like to pull it nice and close. And then you got your little carburetor. Oh, that's amazing that you don't hear any music. How fucking insane is that? Maybe my mic, I have a special setting that's cutting out all the background music right now. Because I did click a button like that, but I didn't think it worked that much. But John Booth, Booth 9666, John Booth, that's funny. We don't hear any music, Marcus. Beautiful.
Yeah, I told you that early on.
You did, but now I'm in a way louder, way like, dude, it's loud, bro. There's like a whole scene going on here. At one point, I'll get on my phone and I'll walk around. We'll check it out. Oh, shit. I got to pay for my parking. 67804, 67804, 67804, 67804. There we go. Don't want to fuck that number up. 67804. Very important. All right. Got to pay for parking. Let's do another 60 minutes. See how that goes. $4.15 for downtown Vancouver. That's not bad for parking. Seems reasonable. All right. We're all parked up. We're all paid out. And the Satori hat on there or what? I can't tell. We got a whole group of people, but I don't really want to here pull the thing out. Yeah, so here's this is the part that yeah, exactly, dude. So the minute you rip it, you put it into here, and then here is an easier place to clean it. Because the pipe, especially my pipe, it's too small. My pipe is tiny, smaller than this actual rig. How was that?
That was great. Yeah, it brought me right back.
Fucking A. Not to mention, this will keep you awake like nobody's business. The Congo profile's just been, shout out to Heavenly Days for keeping it alive and making it available, both the Seedsman Haze and the Congo. That could have been Seedsman Haze as well, but I think it was Congo.
I think it was Congo.
Yeah, definitely felt like Congo. The Congo came from Spain. Yeah, it came from Mallorca, where La Mano Negra lived. But, it's convoluted, that story. I don't really even know if I know the true story anymore. But La Mano Negra brought seeds from the Congo, gave them to Reefer Man. Reefer Man brought them to the Sunshine Coast. I think Robbie, Vision Creator, slapped it with something, and that became the Congo, the Roberts Creek Congo, which is probably what this is. I'll have to have a bunch of people on one day to tell the official story of the Congolese. That, I think, is probably a good idea. Because it's one of those things, the cannabis industry, it's so hard to commit to the historical context. I can only commit to the things I was there for. And if it was a he said, she said thing, I always just bow out and say, look, I wasn't there, but I was there for this part. So this part, from my perspective, I understand and I have an awareness. I hope we get a bunch more people coming up. We're kind of like this VIP booth where everyone's staying away from us right now. But I could walk around with my computer as well, interview people. Maybe that'd be fun. Although maybe I could do it with my phone as well. Computer's pretty big. I got a big one. I don't know how big it is, but it's maybe bigger than I needed. Wah, 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 wah. Hey, what's up, dude? I won't leave you hanging. These fucking guys, you'll be standing there like this for an hour. We're just doing Hash Church. Yeah, say hi to Hash Church, dude. Here, come introduce yourself, bro.
My name is Lee. I work for Sauce Rosin Labs. Dude, I'm the representative in BC.
Dude, so Sauce Rosin Labs has been a sponsor of Hash Church in the past. It's Hugo and Jordan and all these. Dude, these guys are on the East Coast and they actually probably make some of the nicest rosin, high-level rosin on the market today, especially from that side of the country. The shit they're pulling out looks like it's grown and made here by Che. So it's like definitely shout out to Sauce Rosin Labs, and hopefully I'm going to be hitting some sauce here in the very near future. It looks like jars are coming out, and here we go. Oh, we got the Chili Willy. We got the Chili Willy. All right, let's see what we got here. Tell me about the Chili Willy.
Chili Willy is a cross of Frosted Fruit Kicks and Wilson Zero. It's got a fruit funky. I got you. Some cheesy notes in there.
There's super cheesy notes in there, dude.
When you go deep, it's we're gonna dab it up.
Dude, nice, and it's also very thick. Perfect. Feels like with full melt.
Yeah, nice. Our signature consistency.
All right, so yeah, Lee is the rep for sauce here in Vancouver, or British Columbia, I guess. Dude, this is hilarious. Look what I got going on here. All right, here we go. Hitting the sauce. The Chili Willy is about to go down here at the Mothership Hash Church booth. What's up, dude? We're doing Hash Church, man. Yeah, this is my podcast. I've been doing it for like 12 years. Yeah, you too, man. I'm Bubble Man. Wow, that is a super wild taste, bro.
Translate through the whole thing. You end up on 80, you end up speaking.
Got some bubblegum thing happening there too.
Bubblegum, but almost like a exotic fruit in the background.
Lots of fruit. That is Gordon. Hold on.
Back down, dude.
Jordan Brew.
Another sponsor of Hash Church in the house, Mark from Craft Greenery. These guys have been massive supporters of Hash Church. We're just hitting some sauce labs. We brought some really nice Chili Willy.
Oh, yeah, Chili Willy.
Chili Willy is Jordan Pacific. He crossed that.
Oh, fuck, I love that. That's his baby?
That's his baby.
That's beautiful. We're going to hit that too. Oh my goodness. We're getting a session going on here, dude. All right. Here, I got a pipe for you guys.
You got something to hit?
Yeah. Yeah. Got you. I got you. I brought extras so I, wasn't the only one puffing. Anyway, sorry I'm not watching the chat, guys. This is kind of a unique, different sort of live Hash Church. I thank Dr. Mark for hanging out, especially being available today when I was driving and unable to talk. I'm still going to go back and listen to you trying to come up with something to talk when I told you on the spot, hey, I got to go do something. You got to talk. That was awesome. Did you like, what should we talk about?
That's what musicians can improvise on the spot.
Yeah, Mark is definitely a wealth of information.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Che's a big fan, dude. Was sitting next to me. He can't hear you.
Oh, thank you.
Say thank you.
I wish I could try your hash.
He wishes he could try your hash. I'll make that happen, dude.
Make it happen.
Yeah, next week.
Why not? Hey, what's up? Dr. Mark Sheldon in Burlington, Vermont. He's the local. It's not that far.
I was gonna say, if you were in BC, find me.
He's 1 hour from the Quebec border.
Yeah. No, less than that.
Oh, but I'm going to be in Quebec next week.
I'm 1 hour from your facility in Farnham. I'm only like about 40 minutes from the border.
Oh, sorry. He's only 40 minutes from the border. He's 1 hour from the facility in Quebec that I'm working at. Crazy. Set up professional audio in. Oh, okay. I have the professional audio setting capability. That's fun. I can't believe you guys can't hear like all the background noise. Oh God, is Josh still going on? Yep. It's a sad. No, it's a great time, dude. Don't be sad. Sadness is just the choice. If you lower your standards a little bit, you'll be way happier. Way happier. These guys are ripping it. On Hash Church. You got Lee and Mark and Che, all local BC folks in the industry, from the grower hash maker to the distributor store owner to the representative of sales. We kind of got the whole little area right now sitting here. I believe it was the Roberts Creek Congolese, Rob Ford. Someone dropped it off and bounced. Do you guys think that's the Roberts Creek Congolese?
His name's for sure.
I think it is. Ooh, yeah, he said. Ooh, yeah. Pretty rank. It's a Mac and Zoom, then win. It is a Mac and Zoom, James. Thank you. And if you want to send me a message, dude, just send it to me to my email because I saw a message got retracted, but I didn't get to read it. So maybe everyone else did. Very good. These guys are just talking jars right now.
Sugar, caramel.
Brown sugar caramel smoke, the first jar Che ever gave Lee, in case you can't hear him in the background. All right, 11:31. I think I'm gonna. Oh, what are you doing, man? You're not gonna. This looks so full. Here, I got this too. You got those are terp slurper cleaners, but they work good in the smaller Puffcos too. You just stick them in and turn them. The ones he has, the slurpers. Basically like a, I won't say it. I was going to say it, but I'm not going to say it. But it was close. Oh, I've supported JP plenty, my brother. Plenty. Dude, I helped JP develop the terp slurper, if you don't remember, or if you didn't know. So I'm definitely a part of that. I'm embedded in his culture and his history. He's always been a massive supporter of us, and we, of course, have always been a big supporter of him. I think his bangers are second to none. Don't get me wrong. I love Quaves and Puke and Beagles, and D-Nail's got some pretty sick shit. But always massive shout out to JP and Toro and his wife, Wendy. They've always just been so kind and nice to me. Oh, my God. Gotta hit that. Gotta hit that. Let me see if I can show this one to you guys. Oh man, look at that, Lee, right next to you. It's you could like lick it. Here, stick your head in there. There we go. There we go. I got it. That's funny, dude. We're having fun.
I should dive out of the jar.
Yeah. AI, bro. I'll put this in. All right, here we go. Clean bowl. Papaya from the Sauce Boys. Shout out to those guys. For real.
Thank you long for again.
Uh-oh. I feel like I have an extra lid over here.
You want it to be hot?
Oh, your lid. Here you go. Chili Willy. Sorry, bro. Oh, perfect. Yes, Evan Shore does also kill it, and probably many more that I haven't mentioned.
Just what makes a game that is category grow. All these new consuming devices. And waiting for user friendly, functional, but now you can actually find your all the way like all the way. Yeah.
Here, I'd like to hear your opinion on that.
Well, absolutely. I mean,
Just talking about because people are bitching. They're not bitching, but they're very much like nothing beats the banger. Of course, like, okay, that's great. It's like nothing beats a blowjob, but it's not like you're gonna say no to a hand job.
I would prefer to stand at the beach. I would prefer to be at the beach smoking a Puffco than trying to light my banger.
And when you're ready to get to that level of people like high quality glass, I mean, and you're educated enough and you actually had a few experiences that know the difference. I mean, that's a huge part of it. But I mean, to grow this category, you need to have these user-friendly devices.
Exactly. Not everyone's gonna start with a $400 banger, but they might start with a $400 electric pipe.
You remember us all starting with like
They might start off with $180 minutes.
Or what's this one cost?
The Proxy, like up to 200, right? You would know better.
yeah.
Like this is say no. Somebody says no. The thing is that the consumer is going to be more and like into using a device like this than walking around with a torch and a huge rig, a whole huge setup with a banger basket, a bunch of Q-tips to enjoy this product wherever they want to be.
I mean, look at the categories that are just polluting in the industry right now. You've got it's all around convenience, parts and IPRs and fuels, right? They're just continuing to grow. We're seeing flower shrinking as a percentage, overall skills. So convenience is king. I mean, that's a huge part of it, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Good. You too. Sorry, I was looking down. Cleaning.
Gold extra. Hey, pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Awesome, dude. Well, we're just on Hash Church. We're filming Hash Church right now. It's super mellow, live, just doing little interviews and stuff with different people at the Heady Happenings. So, what was your company called again?
Blue Rocky Mountain Gold Extract.
Blue Rocky Mountain Gold Extract.
Jump in here. Let's see. Yeah. I'll be back. See you again.
Thanks, Mark.
Mark West. Okay, pleasure.
All right, we got some hardcore extract dude popping in. You taking off, Jay? Yeah, no problem. No problem. We'll see how much longer I do this for. Yeah, please. And it. Oh, the black maple. Yeah, I think I had this one already. Is it impossible? How long has it been around for?
10 BC, 18%.
But how long has it been over on the east?
Looks beautiful.
That's a question you should get Google.
Yeah, because that would let me know if I got it or not. Because they had sent me some jars. I think they did. I think they sent me this jar. It's reminiscent. Super nice. So are you a solvent guy?
We're solventless extract.
Oh, you do solventless. Okay, here. Introduce yourself.
My name's Mike. We're with Rocky Mountain Gold Extracts out of Calgary, Alberta. And we see a couple guys in the garage here trying to work our way into the legal market.
Sweet, dude. So you started in the gray market?
Yeah,
Or the black market, as I always called it. I don't know why people are like, oh,
No, I grew up in Victoria on Vancouver Island, right?
Hey,
So
did you say you're up in Calgary?
yeah, we're based out of Calgary.
That's
Alberta.
wild.
So
What do you like in Alberta?
well, I've been there for 20 years. So
Oh shit.
yeah, that's where I
It's a
made
spot.
my career, my living, right?
So how did you get into solventless extracts?
Well, for self-medication, and we felt that bubble hash was way better than flower rosin.
Love that you said that, dude. I coined the term bubble hash back in 1999. That was my shit. So you're a bubble ambassador.
Yeah, we are a big proponent of bubble hash and ice water extraction. Yes.
So that ship can join you.
Yeah. We don't want the mothership crew.
That's so funny. That is hilarious. All right. Maybe move some stuff here. Squeeze in a little bit more, making room for the mothership crew. Because it is both mothership and Hash Church today. Although I'll probably stop this soon. I didn't think I'd go to noon today, really. That's amazing. So we got another 22 minutes. So you got into bubble hash. What year was this around?
We started squishing in November of 2020.
2020.
Yeah, so we have
So it's kind of new. It's still new. 6 years.
babies in the industry as far as we're concerned, but we're just a couple of guys that are passionate about what we do and like sharing the the fruits of our labors with people.
Do you want to know the value of being new in the industry and being the baby?
There's lots to learn.
But people who are new at things are willing to learn at a greater level of people who become experts because they believe they know it all. And so when you're new at it, you're still able to make mistakes that maybe people who have been doing it for 25 years won't be willing to do because their ignorance of thinking they know what they're doing will keep them from doing that. Yeah, and how do we learn? From our mistakes. Dude, we always learn from our mistakes. You make some of the best things rosin was an accident.
Some of the best rosins have been happy accidents.
Well, rosin was an accident. But the whole process, like how Phil came up with rosin was just a random accident. He just pressed a bud one day. He had been doing it with hash to make hash flags for dabs. The hair straightener, dude. How fucking cool is that? Dude, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you on, bro. Fuck, that's so awesome, dude. Thanks for being a bubble ambassador and keeping the job.
With the people.
Yeah, go get Irie. That's awesome. I would have totally assumed that guy. Oh, wait. Hey, wait. I got something for you. I just saw what Jeffrey wrote. Jeffrey, you are the man, bro. So before you leave, I don't got a question, bro.
Oh, we got to do it down.
I got some double bagged bags from the press club for you.
Interesting to try.
I've got a static free funnel to fill your bags from the press club. because the fucking press club are awesome. And if that's not enough,
The collections.
I got a fucking press club collection spoon for you, dude. Look at this bad boy right here. Look at that. Dude. What do you got to say to the press club?
Press club, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it.
Fucking right, dude. Throw that in there. Dude, I'm so glad he showed the spoon icon, or I would have look right there.
Yeah,
that's what he said. You were already up and walking away.
I appreciate it again. Thank you very much. Come have a dab with us in the back.
I will. Thank you, brother. Oh, that was a good vibe, dude. I totally assumed he was a solvent extract guy. And I don't know why I assumed that. Maybe because I've met a lot of them locally and they often have that same appearance, but that guy was a straight solventless guy. Nothing against the solvent guys. There's many here. Shout out to you guys as well. Dan in the house. Here's the solventless dude right here with Merlin. Merlin and Dan in the house on Hash Church. How you doing, Merle? You're happy to see me? I'm happy to see you. How are you doing, brother?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself, man?
Fuck, dude. How was Mexico, dude?
Mexico's amazing.
That was like cathartic.
It was.
That was like family, spiritual, fucking. You've been needing that for how long?
Well, our whole family needed it. It wasn't just me. It was the whole family.
No, I know. I'm just asking you specifically.
Needed it. It's been a long time. It was like 2 years coming that I was like, I had the fallout. We needed to have the reconnect, and we had a really good reconnect. And it was like, everybody just got together. They hung out. They loved on each other. Whenever somebody felt burnt out, they're like, hey, man, you need some time. Go have your time. Go do your burnout.
So that family stubbornness that we all grow up with melted away. Dan's dad is going through some pretty heavy shit right now. Dan and his dad have had a little bit of, aggression, as we all have had with our parents, one or both, if you're unlucky. But Dan was able to have this incredible last minute trip to Mexico. I saw his pictures the first day. I think you posted whales.
Oh, yeah. Whales every day. We had whales every day. Every morning I woke up to go sit on the beach and like see the sunrise and get the whales, and they would come jumping out for us. And yeah, it was a magical, every part of it, like the hummingbirds coming around at night to see us. Like it was, every single part of it was magic. For sure. Yeah. Oh, and we are the magic, and that is the truth, right? It's like the places aren't the magic. We are the magic. We got to create it.
Here, push in. We got to make room for the ship.
Oh, yeah.
We got to make room for the ship. How's it going, dude? Good to meet you. I'm Bubble Man. Justin. Awesome. Well, welcome, dude. And if we're taking up too much room, just please let us know. We want to make sure there's enough room. So, man, I'm super stoked that you got to have that experience, dude.
It's definitely a thing. Oh,
I got a spoon for you, dude.
Spoon.
Yeah, I got a spoon for you, and I have some double bags for you from the press club.
Oh, double bags too.
Double bag from the press club, and I also have a static-free 3D printed funnel from the press club. Dan actually has a 3D printer and 3D prints all sorts of cool shit, so he'll actually appreciate that.
Oh yeah,
more than most.
Oh, that's exactly.
Oh, John wants to pet your dog, dude. Is it okay if John pets your dog?
Yeah, you can pet him.
Yeah, I think he's super far away, but here, let's pet him for you. There you go, John.
Give him the pets. Give him the pets, right?
There you go. Look, here's the pets. We got the scratches, the pets, we got it all, dude.
Yeah.
We got it all. Well, it's really good to see you, man. You got a lighter look on your face, bro.
Oh, it's like life is lighter.
It was like you went and had an Ibogaine trip.
Oh yeah, basically. I mean, like, and that's what a lot of people don't realize is we can make our own journeys and our own trips, our own little things. We can rewrite our own chemical pathways with our own, like, experiences.
And you're right.
What we pay attention to.
It's true. Yeah, because your focus is one of your most valuable things. Focus and authenticity. And if you can maintain those two things, those are the things that the demons want to undermine how you feel, so you don't feel good about who you are, so you try to become a different person. That robs you of your authenticity. And then the second one, what was the second one? Authenticity and...
I like actually knowing where you want to go with it.
Focus. Thank you. So I read a book called Stolen Focus. Well, the whole social media campaign is about stealing focus and monetizing said focus. So those two things are really the most important things: to authentic and focus. Maintain your focus and maintain your authenticity.
Exactly. When they say that you can create your reality, that's what they're talking about. Is like, it's not about like, hey, I can create these things around me and all of a sudden this magic is going to happen. It's no, if I start focusing on all those good things that are happening to me, that's what I'm going to see. So all the magic's going to happen.
Yeah, it's true. It is like a frequency and a vibration. You can get into it with physics. Michio Kaku talks a little bit about it. It's definitely your thoughts create your frequency, and your words come out and they enforce that frequency. And so it's why you never want to really kind of, talk shit about yourself or talk yourself down. You really got to be like as positive as you possibly can without being completely insane. Focus on authenticity, dude. Hashing tons just nailed it. Yeah, sorry.
Where focus goes, energy flow.
There it is. Where focus goes, energy flows. And not only that, also cash, because those social media companies are monetizing this, you doing this, to the tune of millions, billions, fuck, one day trillions. I mean, we're using it right now to share our message, so it's like a double-edged sword.
Well, and that's exactly what it is. I mean, Huberman Lab says it all the time. It is that double-edged sword, right? We can use it for chaos or we can use it for peace. Like what we use to share and what we choose to watch is what's going to create either one of them, right? So as much as they are creating the content, we are also allowing it by watching it. So what we choose to focus on is where it goes.
Exactly. And so sorry for not sharing my focus with you, Merlin. It's been a while since I last saw you. I always enjoyed our pets and our time together. How have you been? What's the emotional trauma you experienced while Dan was gone in Mexico?
That's it. I knew I was that good of guy.
Dude, Merlin wants to be with you every minute of every day.
Always.
You got to start going to dog-friendly places.
I don't need to. I just take them with me everywhere.
Yeah, but I mean to like traveling, like far.
Yeah, we're looking.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
There's certificates and quarantines and all sorts of crazy shit in order to bring your pet to certain places. But Merlin comes everywhere with Dan, truly. I've been in fancy restaurants with this dog while Dan's like eating steak. And Merlin's just sitting there. He's not begging. He's not like trying to put his hand. He's literally laying on his chair. And everyone in the restaurant that walks by looks at this dog sitting on the chair. And you just see it bring a smile to their faces. So you can really see how, this dog has like, back in the day when I first met Dan, he just had he was anxious. He had anxiety about a lot of different things, probably family. And like all of us, I've got my own anxiety. Dan's anxiety was like ready to leave. So it was right on the surface. And I see how, I remember when you were like, oh, he's like my little, he keeps me from feeling that way.
Yeah.
And it's not only that he keeps them from feeling that way, this dog changes the way other people feel in the room too. Like I remember at one restaurant we were in, and I think it was in the Okanagan somewhere, like in Kelowna or Kamloops. And it just elevated, like because I was sitting with you and Merlin. So I'm looking at Merlin. He was sitting in the chair up next to you. And I could see all the people behind you focused on him for the whole meal.
I think it was in Edmonton when we were at the grow ups.
You know what? It was in Edmonton. Yeah. You're not wrong. It wasn't in the Okanagan at all. It was in Edmonton.
Like last night, just like what you're saying with this, last night we went to Tap and Barrel and you walked in and Mike was behind me and he says, like, do you realize how much you light a restaurant up? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, every single person as you walked in, I don't pay attention to it as much anymore. But he's like, the whole restaurant turned and went, oh, and then they just all had a big smile and all lifted it up. And it's like, yeah, like that's what they're for. That's why you bring dogs around. They're here to spread love and to show us how to love unconditionally.
Yeah. Not only that, they're also here, like if you don't have kids, but you have dogs, like it really teaches you how to care for something.
Yeah.
It's not easy to care for another being. So shout out to all the mothers out there and shout out to all the pet owners out there. Taking care of an animal and doing it on a high bar. Dan takes care of this dog like a human being. Like this dog has like the highest caliber of life that you could possibly have as a dog. Yeah, look, that dog is a vibe, man. Yeah, he's like super fucking tripped out. He's so mellow.
He's probably been to more sessions than most people.
Dude, I wish we could see like his, maybe I can take a picture of it. I don't know where I did with my phone, actually. Huh. That's random. Nope. Must be in a bag. I want to take a picture of Merlin Melts and show it onto the camera.
Oh, yeah.
At the same time, I want to definitely make sure that I have my phone.
Yes.
If it's gone, I'm going to be like going to look for it almost immediately. Fell into the press club box. So let me show you his little, I guess you can kind of see it on his shirt. But Merlin also has one on the back of his. Look at that.
Well, he's got to rep his own brand, right?
Merlin melts, baby. Merlin melts. So you should give him some of the stuff I gave you.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get fed with the spoon.
He's gonna get fed with the spoon. You hear that, Press Club?
Yeah.
Merlin now uses a Press Club spoon to get
He's
some
that
of his
fancy of a
food.
boy. Yeah.
You got to make a video when you do that.
Oh, I'm going to. I'm going to
That's
now.
fucking hilarious,
Yeah.
dude.
All right.
Can I offer you a dab out of the?
I'd love to.
What's up, Dr. Mark?
I just said lucky dog.
Lucky dog, dude. Didn't you just lose a dog, Dr. Mark?
I
or am
did.
He did. He lost his dog. Dr. Mark lost his dog.
13
That's so
years.
sad.
Yeah.
13 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's probably one of the biggest things that Merlin actually gets is we walk around because I take him everywhere with me. Is people walk up to me and they come up to me and they're like, I mean, I just lost my dog and it's like recent. And the nice thing about Merlin is I can literally just hand him off and he will love on them. He'll put his nose in there. He will snuggle in real hard. And like, he doesn't phase him. So it's like, I can hand him off to people that just lost their pets and he loves on them and he gets that extra energy. They get that love. So he's a blessing in all ways.
That's great. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, so that's great.
Share the love.
Share the love, Dr. Mark. Share the love.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's just going to hit another dab here. I got about 8 more minutes. Really got to shout out both Puffco and the Press Club for making this happen. I'm dabbing everyone out with Puffcos and I'm giving away all this Press Club stuff. I still have a lot. Press Club has been very generous. I have multiple spoons, couple more spoons, couple more. Yeah, I got like, I can give things to. Oh, I've also got this that I'm going to give away from Puffco, which is the hash making mat. We'll get that off to some folks. And it's just nice to be able to kick down some of this stuff to folks. I should check my parking to make sure that that's all still. Yeah, 29 minutes. Wonderful. It's amazing how many things I can pay attention to.
Quebec, when you come to Quebec, bring me a spoon.
I'll bring you. Okay. Okay. But then I can't give one of these away.
Yeah,
I gotta keep this one for you.
Okay.
So I have one more spoon to give away.
Yeah, I think I could bring that over the border, right? They won't laugh at a spoon, will they?
No, of course you can bring a spoon over the border. Just don't have it be filled with cocaine.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't have it filled with the cocaine, Mark.
It's a cereal spoon.
Yeah, it's a cereal spoon. I'm a big cereal fan. I got one. Oh, there we go. Just pull that out. I'll pull that bad boy out. How's it going, Merlin? Give me a little sniffles. Little kisses.
That's it.
Little kisses. Dude, check your parking. I did. I checked my parking. I have half an hour left on my parking, so that's level. In fact, I put the parking app right on the front page.
Yeah.
So I can
easy.
Yeah, so when I open my phone, I can see the timer right there.
Yeah.
On a little widget. Just did that recently. I'm quite proud of myself.
That's it.
Ream.
Alrighty. Well, we're gonna head off to that.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll come
Give me a
down.
second, I'll come out there.
I got just only a few minutes.
Oh, that's it.
8 more minutes and I'll come join you.
Beautiful.
Awesome, dude.
Alrighty.
Thanks.
See you guys later.
Take care.
See ya.
Nice looking dog.
Oh, dude, Merlin's great. Dan's great. They're great. They're all great. It's greatness. Giving away some goodness. Nice to see him. Maybe we'll do one more. Maybe we won't. I'm definitely going to give the guy who gave me my first jar, which I have since. I don't even know what I did with that jar at this point. Oh, it's in my pocket. So the guy that gave me this jar.
That's cool. Wales.
Yeah, he's an
Wales.
indigenous guy.
Yeah.
He's got that beautiful indigenous sort of artwork here. Super nice dude. I met him actually, funny enough, in Edmonton on the same trip I just told the story about being in the restaurant with the dog. Pretty trippy. Pretty trippy. Oh, who's in Spotlight? Am I in Spotlight? Remove Spotlight. Yeah, I guess I was. Oops. Had myself all Spotlight. My bad. I guess I was interviewing people, so. I got 8 minutes left, 5 minutes left. If there's anyone you think in here that I should do one last interview. I already interviewed you. I started the show with you, dude.
I know, I'm kidding.
I got 5 minutes left. We got Merlin's melts.
I just went and picked up a jar of Slurricane and I was like, dude, I need some dabs. He's like, well, he was just here, so I had to make sure I get some melts, right?
Dude, Merlin is fucking hilarious,
Yeah,
dude.
awesome. So I'm like, you know, I have to go grab a jar. You're sitting there talking with them, and
Oh my god. That's fucking awesome, Johnny.
that was it. I was just like, you know what? I love what he does.
You gotta have a jar. Oh,
Okay,
what is it? That's the Merlin
that's
melts?
the Merlin Melt. Fucking dab.
Okay.
I was like, if you're sitting there, I think, oh, we get some fucking dab. And I got to stop swearing so much about it.
Well, you're allowed to swear, Johnny B.
You know what?
We always swore. Oh, this thing seems dead. I wonder if someone killed it.
I'm gonna do my push-ups right here in 4 minutes.
No problem.
And Haster.
I'm gonna try and see if I can heat this thing up and drop a dab in before you do your push-ups.
There you go. Oh, I got 3 minutes.
Good, because you're getting this dab here right away. Nice and hot, just how Johnny V likes it. On the white setting. What do you got going on over there? It doesn't look good. Edible dabs. Was it bitter? It tastes like you're eating a straight dab. I look over at her and she's like this. Her face is like she just ate the sourest thing ever. Keep going. Oh my gosh, that was funny. It's weird, apparently. That's his version. Weirdness. You like the taste of it? Wow, isn't that interesting? It really shows how we wire our brains differently, and all of these systems we use are completely different. You gotta go?
Yeah, I gotta do a presentation. I thought it was 1 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock.
Where are you going?
I gotta run down and find a place to hide.
We're running forward. All right, John's got to go. He's 3 minutes away from having to do his presentation. Good luck, Johnny B. Thanks for the dabs. Is that yours? Good. Johnny's hilarious.
What's he giving a talk on?
I would guess AI if I was
AI, yeah,
betting money.
Right.
He's an AI guy.
Now he is, yeah.
Very much so. Very much so. All right, well, that was amazing, dude. First of all, I think that was awesome. I think we did it, bro. I'm going to maybe film some interviews while I'm here, but if I had a cameraman to follow me around with my phone, I would walk around for the next 2 hours and do interviews, but that was a 3-hour hash church. Let me text my son, who's going to shut it all down from my house, because he's on the main. He's controlling the main computer this morning. My eldest son, Tosh.
As in Peter Tosh.
Yes, as in Peter Tosh. Tosh Hayes. As in I love the haze. As in I love the Tosh. Gotta find where, but oh, there it is. Look at that. I'm gonna slowly take this link off, which quite happy that it comes off very easy from the pipe. It's actually all very clean. Throw this back on. Take the bowl back out, drop it onto the Puffco so I can keep hitting. Put the pipe away because it's delicate.
Yes.
It should be put away. Probably pull the link box out and wrap that bad boy up. Oh, dropping the 14.4. Don't do that. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Thank you to our sponsors, Puffco and the Press Club. Certainly mentioned them today more than any other day, mainly because they fueled all my dabs today. And Puffco the Press Club kind of inadvertently sponsored this event, at least because I've given enough of their stuff away today. Pretty cool. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this all to stay almost there. This motherfucker. All right. There we go. There we go. Back away. I like the box. I like the original boxes because Just makes life easier for me.
Yeah,
All right,
their
so here's my
packaging
son.
is good.
Okay, so he's asking me how to stop. So it's at the top right, Tosh. Top right, if you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me. FaceTime me. Here, I'm gonna FaceTime my son so we don't screw this up. Choose another number or email address to call. Okay, recording stopped. So thanks everyone for watching Hash Church. We'll see you next week. Peace out, everybody. Shout out to Heady Happenings for having me. Shout out to Canna and Puffco and fucking the press club. And I'm glad you made it back, dude. Quick, come say hello.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going? My brand started in my mom's basement, and that's why it's called Mom's Extracts, and I've been keeping it real like that, I guess, and now I'm here. Yeah, she hated it. Yeah, anytime I'd be pressing or washing the terps.
I got a spoon for you.
Awesome.
How's that?
Thank you,
Little
man.
bubble hash spoon from the press club.
Oh, I can't complain on that, man.
I also got some single press club bags.
Okay,
okay. And want to try the new double bagged bags.
I've been looking at this.
No
the
blowouts.
Seamless or
No blowouts.
Right?
Seamless. Give them a shot.
Well, thank you.
I think you'll like them.
Thank you. No, for real. Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. And what was your name again?
My name's Jesse.
Jesse. And the brand?
Mom's.
Mom, dude.
Yeah,
I love the art.
Oh, thank you, man. Indigenous. So
I
that's
mentioned
gotta
that
keep
you
it.
were indigenous, bro. Respect to the culture.
Thank you, man. Thank
Dude,
you.
so great. Jesse was the first one to give me a jar upon walking in. Someone said, dude, you forgot to give that guy a spoon. I'm like, don't worry, I'll give him a fucking spoon. In fact,
well, thank
I
you,
also
man.
want to give you a static-free for filling the bags.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah,
little
thank you.
find my spacing on the name of this thing.
Well, thank you. You don't have to give me so much, man. Well, thank
Dude,
you.
this is from the press club. They're our sponsors.
Well,
They
thank you,
support
guys.
us, and you're super generous. Every time I've ever vibed out with you, you've been amazing. Peace out, everyone. We're off. There it is.